This is the Geico 500 live race reactions. Sorry if I started 10 minutes late. I had lunch. Yeah, I had a couple hamburgers, a couple cheeseburgers for lunch. So yeah, guys, it's Talladega Superspeedway Geico 500. Looking forward to this race, and I'm not sure if the command's already been. I'm not sure if they already gave the command. I think they did. I know they did pre-opening ceremonies as well. So, yeah. So my pick to win this race is William Byron. Of course, cheering on my guys Denny Hamlin, Bubba Wallace. Also Tyler Reddick too. Yep, they already gave the command, and I am sure ready.
105 NASCAR Cup races, 32 of which were settled by a last lap pass. The camera remanufacturers
You're going to set up the leaderboard.
Column. That's smart. They were the champion series last year and very successful year. Toyota 3 wins this year, but not on the fastest drafting tracks of NASCAR, where Chevrolet has won the trophies. Now let's get a word with our bolster. How about you, Mike McDowell's pouring the boys up in the booth? You got us? Yeah, so far I got you. Well, your boys brought you another fast Ford Mustang back on the floor.
Weather looks good.
Speed here at Talladega. How do you keep these guys behind you?
The track's dry.
Yeah, that's amazing. I'm just so proud of everybody at Pro Road. Just bringing two really fast hot rods here. It's not straightforward. You got to race hard all day long, make good moves. You aren't going to get your deep in, execute pit road, pit stop. But yeah, well,
what does that ad even have to be on here?
Hard to keep it. Yeah, we'll get to see that day.
All right, man. Thanks for the time. Can't wait to watch.
Thank you.
So Michael McDowell was on the pole for this race.
All right, let's have a look at our starting grid. Fords on the front row. McDowell and Austin Cedar, 2 Daytona 500 winners. 2 fastest qualifiers here yesterday.
Why are they showing ads like this?
Yes, yes. Best start of the Cup Series. And Kyle Busch had his second talent win last year.
Let me.
Dial him up. Clean up in the booth. We can see everything that Talladega brings. Obviously, you won here last fall. How do you plan on doing that again?
There we go.
I don't know. I mean, I know on the other side, but certainly having a fast race car helps. So guys at R2R ECU brought me a really good Cheddar Camaro. Looking forward to having a fast piece here to go out there and challenge these guys for a win.
All right, man. Good luck out there today.
Thank you.
All right, row 3, Austin Dillon, the number 3 car. We've seen that baby in victory lane a lot of times here in Talladega. And on the outside of him, Archer X Jr. Never been victory lane on a Superspeedway.
Row 4 is 3-time Talladega winner Joey Logano and winner at Daytona last summer, Chris Butcher.
Number 5, Chase Elliott, a double Talladega winner who won last weekend. Christopher Bell, this year's Phoenix winner. Here's Regan Smith.
Well, Mike, throughout the course of a driver's career, there always comes moments where they have to relearn and re-educate themselves on things they think they already know. That's exactly what Chase Elliott had been doing for the past 42 weeks. But last week, that 42-race winless streak ended in Texas. Richie Bell and Gustafson told me it wasn't as much about the win for him as it was the validation that the processes and everything they've been working on came to fruition, and they got that win. With that win now, they come into a racetrack where he's got 2 prior wins. Chase Elliott is fast again this weekend and starts 9th in the number 9.
All right, how about row 6 right here? Ryan Priest, best Cup finish, 3rd here, and Alex Bowman on his outside, runner-up in the 2019.
Starting 13th is William.
All right.
In this race in 2021. Making his first Cup oval start. That's right, Auckland, New Zealand, Shane Van Gisbergen.
Yep, Shane Van Gisbergen is in this race. We also got Tyler Reddick in his beautiful Jordan car.
Row 10 is Daniel Hemrick.
Hopefully that Jordan car does not get
finish here
wrecked.
fifth. And John Hunter Nemechek, who has finished 8th here in both of his starts. Josh?
Well, it's going to be an uphill battle for Kyle Larson and the 5 team. They're going to start at
Oh,
the
look
rear
who's
of the
here.
field after not being allowed to qualify due to unapproved adjustments to the roof rails yesterday. The cars
It took me a while.
They're going to have to do a lap through penalty of this
Welcome.
race. And I talked to crew chief Cliff Daniels, who told me, look, you can look at it 2 ways. It's going to either complicate things or simplify things. We look at the latter. He said it's a long race. Factor.
Talladega predictions. This race is gonna be boring.
Run out of gas here going into turn 1. It's a long way around. So let's check with Archer and Larry McClellan.
I have William Byron. According to my winners predictions video, I had William Byron winning this race.
I have I don't know.
But of course, I'm cheering for my guys, Denny Hamlin, Bubba Wallace, and Tyler Reddick in that beautiful Jordan car.
1 year ago. Let's go to our Toyota cutaway car. Let's go to the rear of the car in the fuel cell area.
Steel container with a Kevlar fuel cell bladder. The pump is in the middle. As you get into a run, you see the level go down. But looking over there on the left side, that is a fuel reservoir. Fuel runs in the reservoir, trap doors, and you have one lift pump. If a driver feels the engine sputter, he can throw a switch that activates that pump. But the biggest thing, guys, if he has to go to that right there, he knows his next trip by pit road, he better be on pit road. At a track this size, everybody does it different, but this is the most common way of going about it.
Well, the biggest difference is you're just not going to get as much out of
Dang,
that.
Talladega is fast.
So these guys, when that thing bobbles,
Yep.
they better get to pit road as quick as they can because they don't have a lot of leeway to make another lap.
The weather will be a story today. It rained till about 9 a.m. Early this week, the forecast was for 97% rain all day. Now, we are partly cloudy. A little pop-up shower came by our booth just as they gave the command to fire engines, but that has stopped. The track is dry, and we are ready to go for 60, 60, and 68 laps. The 3 stages. Fuel window, 42 to 46 laps.
Get this started. One of my favorite races of the season.
Lap passes for victory here at Talladega. 70 lead changes, a record. The last time we were here, the last 7 races at Talladega had 7 different winners. And when this track was new, they ran the summer race for 15 years before they had a repeat winner.
And that's exactly why you look down here and see a packed house. Sold out infield, packed grandstand. They're here to watch these boys do work.
Well, I know one thing, Clint. Mike talked about the weather and what it was supposed to be. Last night it rained and might have saved your life.
Hey, 90% chance all week long. It's not every day you get to outrun the old weather.
Yeah,
man.
good thing the
We've
weather
been hot
cooperated.
today.
Really
I
good
like
thing.
it.
All right, here's some radio from Joey Logano, who will roll off 7th today.
And boys, let's have a going today. We know what we got to do to get ourselves some stage points, keep ourselves at the end, and go racing hard, try to get a trophy today. Got a good shot at it.
There are 38 cars starting this race, and I would say there are 30 that are genuine contenders to win today.
30.
At least.
I mean, I would.
Depends on what's left. It can
I don't
be
know,
anybody's day. I agree.
All right, here we
Might
go.
be anybody.
I think it's higher than that.
Here we go.
Yeah.
I think it's a big day for these Ford guys. We know it. We've been covering it. It's time for them to shine.
Ford Dark Horse Mustang pulls into pit road. Its first appearance as a pace car in the Cup Series. And here they come. Everybody on their feet. Grandstand packed. Infield full. This is what they came to see. Right there is where the start-finish
And
line
green,
will be.
let's go.
But it's further down track where the green flag waves and we're underway.
just motioned about it in the booth, Clinton. That is as spread out of a start as you'll probably ever see at Talladega, or at least for today, you won't see one that spread out again.
Well, everybody's minding their P's and Q's. No practice. Be mindful that we haven't had any practice. These guys got to feel these cars out a little bit. That communication you heard me talk about with the spotters, everything has to be in sync. Let's ease into this situation because you know it's just going to keep ratcheting up more and more. Already 3 wide towards the back.
About 14 rows, 2 by 2. Very nicely Noah's Ark style. It's a mess back there, though, where everybody wants to get to the front.
Starting to see these 3 rows back here. Be mindful, Larson obviously not getting a qualifying lap. It'll be coming from the back, Keselowski.
And Larson had to do a pass-through penalty on lap 1 as part of the penalty for that inspection infraction yesterday. He was not allowed to qualify, had to do a pass-through under green after taking the green on the track. So he will be at least half a lap down when he gets back to speed.
Well, there was definitely a huge
3 wide already in the back.
Laboo about Kyle Larson's roof rail and everything that he had going on after well, he didn't even get to qualify yesterday.
By the way, I can't hear you again.
Behind. He's not going to have the draft. His lap time is
I can't hear you again.
Tremendous amount slower. So
Would you say that one more time?
Currently, Michael McDowell is still leading.
What is that? It's 8 rows now, 2 by 2, and then it's 3 wide, right in the middle of the pack. I think the word is humble.
There we go.
Yeah, I'm wearing the same clothes that I wore yesterday on complete accident.
I told him, I said, you got to challenge me way more.
But I'm gonna
Late this outside line. We'll see Bubba Wallace move up. I think that's in
Bubba
front of him
Wallace
right
going
there.
to top.
Chastain behind him. Momentum on that outside coming.
Well, you've got a lot of different agendas that have to play out here. You've got some guys that are already positioned up in the front, a lot of good cars that started in the back of this pack that are trying to get themselves formed up together to make some track position up early and put themselves in a better position when the strategy starts to play out.
Much like we saw Bubba Wallace move up there, will there be anybody else come up and make that block and try to ride that line on the outside to the front?
So now it's only 5 rows, 2 by 2 at the front. There's that 3 wide group.
Only 5
Wallace
rows.
making that outside move.
Here they come. Another good push off of Hemrick.
Here they come.
I don't think he wants to be. He actually told me pre-race he doesn't necessarily want to be on that outside line. He thinks the middle line's here. There's Truex going up, just like I was saying. If he gets to the front there in front of Cindric, you might see him move back down. Kyle Busch headed up through the middle.
Yep.
Cindric, you might see him move back down. Kyle Busch headed up through the middle.
Well, this is a much different scenario than Daytona here at Talladega. You're going to run the car
3
much more
wide.
aggressive. You're going to run the car lower. You're going to run the
Beautiful.
shocks more aggressive. You want all the speed that you can get out of the car and still be able to drive it. You see Bubba Wallace be able to push Martin Truex Jr. really well down the front straightaway right there. And that's really what we saw out of these Toyotas at Daytona, Clint. When they dropped the green flag, they were able to push really well.
How about this 3 wide racing all the way back through the field? Awesome.
Really well. How about this 3 wide?
At the front on the
Yeah, we didn't
inside,
even
Ford
see
and
this at
Chevy in
the
middle,
spring race
2
last year.
Toyotas at the front on the outside lane.
Make sure these pushes are straight on them bumpers. You see them kind of off to the side a little bit.
Straight
When
on
you
the
push on those cars, you have to be lined up. Be straight, hitting square.
When you push on those cars, you have to be lined up. Be straight, hitting square.
Blocks. It comes down to
3
blocks,
wide.
Kevin. An untimely block will wipe this whole field out.
It comes down to blocks,
Well,
Kevin.
they're 3 by 3 all the way through the pack right here. And as we come through the trial right here, you see that bottom lane. The banking's really tricky down there, and it's hard to stay attached to the cars in front of you. So you can push in these straight lines right here. And when you're getting really aggressive, you can push through these corners if you're in a nice lined up fashion. But you got to be careful as we head down this back stretch, because when we get to the end of this straightaway back here, it's super rough with the way that you run these cars. So you got to kind of lead off that push going into turn 3.
I want to brag about our guys. Already 3 wide, finding the grip.
Comes Truex in the
finding
lead with the
confidence
push from
with their
Bubba
spotters.
Wallace.
Huge push out of Bubba Wallace here to the lead for Truex, just like I was saying earlier, now he comes down to the middle. That's exactly, Kevin, what he wanted to do. But back to bragging on these guys. Already 6 laps in, 3 wide racing like this with no practice. Unbelievable.
Now, this is very orderly for Talladega. You think after seeing the last 3 cautions of yesterday's Xfinity Series Demolition Derby, everybody kind of got a case of conscience and said, you know what? We need to be careful out here.
Well, they thought about it for a pretty short amount of time, Mike, because now they have forgotten. The only thing that they see right now is Bubba Wallace pushing Martin Truex Jr. really hard there all the way to the front. That's going to make every one of these guys have to get more aggressive. And I think, Chase Elliott said it in his interview that we had this week. You have to live on the edge of being a little to the aggressive side, because if you don't, somebody else will.
Being a little to the aggressive side, because if you don't.
Another huge push. Chastain
Emmerich to the lead.
to the point, pushed him hard. Locked those bumpers down the back straightaway.
Hey, look at that number 1. Where did he come from? Ross Chastain started 32nd. He's up to second place.
Chastain started 32nd. He's up to second place.
Emmerich under fire from McDowell on the bottom with Todd Gilliland, his wingman. Should we say bumper man, right in his wake in that 38.
Well, this is a very interesting time of the race, because we know they all want to go into their strategy and try to do the things that might save them some fuel. But you have these guys that are coming from the back of the pack all the way to the front of the pack, and it puts everybody in a really unique position to have to race as hard as they can.
That's exactly right. You see those 2 teammates, Gilliland and McDowell, down on the bottom front row.
Oh, great race.
Those guys, you can't afford. They had the pole, as we noted, and you can't lose that track position. So they're going to try to hold strong on these guys. But the flip side of that, Emmerich, Chastain, see where they move down, right down to the bottom line where they can ride.
Chastain, see where they move down.
Larry?
Yeah, this is our Verizon race strategy, and you guys touched about it before the green flag. You have to have partners when making a green flag pit stop, whether that's drivers within your organization, drivers within your manufacturer. Every trip to pit road, regardless of what tires you change, make sure that car is packed full of fuel. Other than maybe at the stage ends, 2 tires are fuel.
Other than maybe at the stage ends, 2 tires are fuel.
Larry, 9 laps complete. Dallas led 3. Emmerich and Cindric 2 apiece. And Truex has led a lap.
Emmerich and Cindric 2 apiece. And Truex has a little.
BJ McLeod leading that outside lane from the back of the field has fought his way to the front in Talladega.
The field has fought his way to the front in Talladega.
You must be Isaac.
Come on in.
You must be Isaac. Pride and joy.
Beautiful stereo innovation, sir.
And they're covered with your home and auto bundle with Progressive, so you get round-the-clock protection. And they're covered with your home and auto bundle. You get round-the-clock protection.
Is Gabby coming down? Oh, she said.
One thing we can all agree on. Having more choices means having less choices. That's why we make a range of Ford F-150 pickups for any job. Whether that job is getting heavy things where they need to go, powering things on the or going from 0 to 60 in under 4 seconds.
We're going
Tough this smart can only be called.
Apparently Suarez is leading. My guy's in second. Emmerich third, LaJoie fourth. Chase Briscoe fifth.
Toby, why aren't you eating your cinnamon?
I want to say the best part.
Toby,
Best part. It's got the perfect amount of cinnamon all throughout. It's got the gooey frosting dialed on every piece.
Toby, eat your breakfast.
I cannot find a place to find my phone.
It's all the best part. The best part of Whitney's new cinnamon pull apart is all the parts.
Oh yeah. Do you want a piece of that tape from yesterday?
What is that?
That's a piece of duct tape.
Duct tape? Oh.
Everything on the bike is white.
Oh. Goodness.
That's my team out there.
If our network goes down, lives are at stake.
Our comms
If our network goes
have
down,
to work.
Or the mission won't.
Our comms, that's why we partner with Verizon Frontline, the network that truly prioritizes first responders.
So we don't worry about getting through. And they're the most reliable 5G network in America. Out here, reliability is everything.
Extreme or routine? Verizon Frontline delivers.
The #1 network choice in public safety. Learn more. It's your mission. It's your Verizon. In public safety. Learn more. It's your mission. It's your.
Fox is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Save when you bundle auto, home, or motorcycle insurance.
Save when you bundle
And by Credit One Bank.
And by Credit One Bank.
Daniel Hemrick in front here at Talladega. Now, Kyle Larson having served that penalty on lap 1. The pack has caught him now. After 12 laps and put him a lap down. However, he's the only car in a lap down, or in danger of going a lap down. So the next time the caution comes out, he should be the free pass.
Yeah, what do you think right here, Clint? You think stay up in the middle of that pack or get in that single file lane back there?
I think you have to go where you can ride and try to save my crew chief some fuel. That's what the strategy is right now. And I think that's why you see the biggest movers, Chastain up 30 spots, right? LaJoy 26 spots, Gregson 23 spots. They're able to flip-flop the track position because of the fact that some of these guys right here are saving already.
Well, here's Chase Elliott's radio. He is running 28.
Chase Elliott's radio.
I just want to make sure that, Trey, you know that that's the 2 in the yellow up front there. You want the different color. Understood, copy.
Yeah, and what he's talking about is Austin Cindric's in the Menards yellow this week, and there's two SHR cars that look identical. So kind of a spotter's tough decision as to who's driving what car. But Chase wanted to make sure he knew who was driving that car, because I'm sure he's referring to Blaney because of his success here, to make sure they differentiate who they are.
Blaney's riding out back in 37th, and it's over a mile from the starters up on the roof of our booth
And it's
to
over
turn 3. That's a long way.
to turn 3.
Rogers, help.
That's right. They say clear or near.
Yeah, right. Chase Briscoe trying to become the 6th different leader of this race.
Trying to become the 6th different leader of this race.
14 complete before the race started. We visited with Brad Keselowski's team number 6 for their pre-race meeting.
With Brad Keselowski's team number 6 for their pre-race meeting.
All right, boys, we'll get started.
This is a good opportunity for Brad to win.
Last week,
Yeah.
you never stop. During the stage break, still be 4 tires, fuel most likely. Max laps right now, I'd call it 40 laps, maybe a few more. Obviously, with 34 there, if we're pitting with him, just make sure we're aware. If we do end up pitting on the same lap as him, everybody's aware of what we need. We know we have everything we need here to put it together. Let's just keep executing. Let's go have some fun and win this race then.
You mentioned the 34 because they are one pit in front of their pit, pits 1 and 2.
I love hearing these crew chiefs talk to their teams before the race. I know a lot of people understand that this is a team sport, but I really don't know that they understand the magnitude of the team aspect that comes with.
By the way,
leading the engineers doing their job and communicating with the drivers. It's just this constant communication in different areas. The crew chief is the guy that has to navigate those different areas and try to put all those pieces together.
Briscoe to the lead now.
Scenarios change so much.
Justin Healy.
Ain't no way Mr. Whitwood hauled up in front. There's no way.
Healy in the 51.
Yeah, Justin Healy to the lead.
Flying lessons. Last week he soloed for the first time. There is no soloing here in Talladega. There's not much you can do without somebody right on your bumper as Briscoe comes back to the lead.
Well, you saw what soloing here at Talladega did for Kyle Larson when he had to serve his penalty. He was 3 seconds a lap slower without the draft.
Yeah, you're seeing this because a lot of these teams, these drivers are electing to try to, save some fuel in these stages and set themselves up for the end, right? It's all about being in the position when you need it at the end of this thing. Flip side of that conversation, a guy like Haley, I want to go out and put this baby on the point and lead this race for my sponsors and my team.
6 different leaders so far at the start-finish line. We could see a record number of leaders today. And Kevin, you convinced me 38 drivers here. There's 38 potential leaders, at least, if not winners.
Yeah, I realized that you might have been questioning BJ McLeod and where he started, everything that he had.
Rick Ware Racing Car leading.
To the front.
I would never question BJ.
Yeah, he's great.
I would never question BJ.
17 laps complete. Haley and Briscoe out front. The Allman Brothers, Southern Rock became the signature sound of the Talladega infield. led by the dual guitar sounds of Dickie Betts and Dwayne Allman. Betts, a founding band member, passed away Thursday. Ramblin' Man, Dickie Betts, was a
Ramblin' Man, Dickie Betts.
It's your anniversary today.
It's your
A fact you remembered 127 minutes ago on your flight home.
A fact you remembered 127 minutes ago on your flight home. You could have arrived empty-handed.
But you exist in a world where it's easy to get flowers this
But
fresh.
this world where it's easy to get flowers this
Better
fresh.
relationships. Toward edge.
Better relationships.
This summer, a family trivia competition where brains and balls collide. Avoid the splash. Get the cash. It's television's ballsiest quiz show. Why are they risking their
She's the oldest. She's had enough time to live.
This race is so far better than this is definitely better than last year's spring race at this point. I told you I wasn't.
At least it's going slew-eyed a bit. But I can't really say right now. I'll wait until the end of stage 1 or something like that.
Oh, okay.
I haven't seen anything crazy yet. But at least able to say somewhat slew-eyed.
Premieres Wednesday, May 22nd on Fox.
Elliot, you seem very on edge.
My boyfriend is scared.
It's the most traumatic way for
It is official. First is ahead. The reviews are real. First things first is tremendous fresh daily dose of the first things first. Weekdays at 3 on FS1.
Two historic Fords thrilled the fans in pre-race by taking a couple of laps.
Two historic Fords thrilled the fans in pre-race.
Jarrett drove to the championship. In
1999,
piloted
Ford Taurus, the Dale Jarrett drove.
28, Bill Ryan, America's premier restorer of vintage stock cars.
Bill Ryan, America's premier restorer of vintage stock cars.
In his rookie season, 1987. The man the crowd went wild.
1987.
Very cool. And those cars, fire them up, take a few
Very
laps, cars as fast as these.
Well,
Pretty close.
they probably would. With the you drove them.
They were awesome. That was the coolest thing I got to do all weekend. That Davey Allison car means so much to me. As a little boy, I built that as a model. I love that gold chrome on that car. With the horsepower of Diesel Jarrett's car. My gosh, Kevin, that thing would run.
Well, I didn't forget that you were in the 900s as far as horsepower. So those cars definitely ran.
You were in the 900s.
Gates would have got 81 this week.
Miss that man. Such a cool dude.
22 complete. Haley out in front of Hemrick on the bottom.
22 complete.
Them around Talladega as we asked a number of drivers this weekend about their strategy for today.
Unfortunately, fuel saving is Superspeedway racing now, and really every racetrack that we go to. I'm really anxious to kind of see how it all plays out. The Daytona 500, I feel like everybody's always trying to just kind of get to the end, so the fuel saving kind of becomes even more extreme than probably would at other races. I don't mind it. I think it's kind of a fun, scratchy piece to the race. Seems like that game is in full effect right now, and until something big changes, I don't see it changing. It's a high-speed chess match. Big changes. Figure it out.
Saving is part of the game at Daytona and Talladega, but Here we've seen a couple of drivers race their way north of the 15-yard lap, but this 3x3x3 has been pretty endless here.
There's so many layers to the fuel saving is what these drivers do. I mean, positioning yourself in the right situation where you can save that's how you optimize it, Kevin.
Well, you have to play the game, and you have to put yourself in a position. And
Can't be there.
Yeah.
Can't be where Truex is at. You pretty much have to hold it wide open when you're leading these lines.
Well, you say that, and some of that is being able to lift. You see BJ being able to get right to his bumper. You can let him push you, and if BJ's getting a push from behind like he was right there, Martin can actually stay off the throttle and let those guys actually make the speed for his car by being pushed. So it's a balance between how much you lift, how much you want to control the race, and so there's a lot of things happening in the field. Being able to try to save fuel and try to maintain your track position is tough.
Here comes Justin Haley back on the inside, trying to lead his 6th lap of the day. Jamie?
Mike, I talked to Justin Haley just before he got in the race car, and he said today's going to be an interesting one with all the fuel saving. He said, we're a smaller team at Rigwear Racing. We don't have the data, the resources, the information on fuel saving that these bigger teams around us have. He said, sure, this is an opportunity race, but there's a lot of educated guessing going on. And when it comes to pitting, I'm going to have to watch for hands coming out of the windows. I don't have the information when the other Fords are going to pit. Josh?
When you talk about opportunity races, that is the case for Daniel Hemrick in the 31. They've shown they have a strong car for Hemrick. His best career finish in the Cup Series was 15th in 2019. While he's led 7 laps today, he was in front. The team told him, hey, you showed you can lead the line here. Now we need to save fuel. I need you to get to 80% so that we can save fuel. I don't mind you dropping back and hanging in line.
Get to 80% so that we can save fuel. I don't mind you dropping back and hanging in line.
25 complete, and still 3 lanes at nearly 190 miles an hour. Martin Truex back to the front.
100 miles an hour.
Toyota Racing is looking for iron stomachs that can stand the pressure.
Toyota Racing is looking for iron stomachs that
This season, we want you. Join us at Toyota Racing.
Let me open my window.
Toyota Racing is looking for quick draw
I'm
thumbs.
gonna decompress air in here.
Smoke trail. This season, join us at Toyota Racing. I told myself I was okay. I'm moderate to severe arthritis symptoms.
Psoriatic arthritis. But just okay isn't okay.
Done, Seth.
If you still have symptoms after a TNF blocker like Humira or Enbrel, Rinvoq is different and may help. Rinvoq is a once-daily pill. Relieve joint pain, stiffness, and swelling with RA and PSA. Relieve fatigue and stop further joint damage. PSA can leave skin clear or almost clear.
Further joint damage. And PSA can leave skin clear or almost. Serious infections and blood clots. Some fatal cancers, including lymphoma, heart attack, stroke, and GI tears occur. People 50 and older with a heart disease risk factor have an increased risk of death. Serious allergic reactions can occur. Tell your doctor if you are or may become pregnant.
Serious allergic reactions can occur. Tell your doctor if you are or may become pregnant.
Ask your rheumatologist for Rinvoq.
Then take back what you
For 12 months, then it's time to give your cabin air filter a refresh. Napa and Byros
It's been over 12 months since you give your cabin air filter.
filtering pollen,
Napa and
dust,
Byros with cabin air filters keep your HVAC lines filtering pollen, dust, mold, and more.
And not how he says.
Napa Auto Care and Auto Parts location.
Which is why I'm going to use the
That's how he says. It really hits after me, which is why I'm going to use the Cantina. How can it be the Taco Bell like? It is.
chicken crispy tacos just for late night.
You have to. That food is, right? The Cantina chicken crispy.
Canceling. Wait on the queue. Winner neck.
Our party's canceled. Wait, no, winner neck.
Get home internet. T-Mobile now. Just a month.
All right.
Cowboys and cowgirls, you think about it, Friday nights,
Boys and cowgirls. Some people do those things that make the world go. And now it's rodeo night. So you're thinking, which means you're thinking boost. Well, you're thinking boost. You're thinking carrier.
Sponsored by Toyota.
The Geico
Let's go places.
is sponsored by
29 laps in turn 2 as you watch our aerial coverage provided by Goodyear.
29
Honoring the
laps.
race from green to checkered flag and every mile in between. Goodyear, more driven.
flag.
Martin Truex out front, Ryan Blaney out back, and they're 3 wide all the way back.
And Blaney out back, and they're 3 wide all the way back.
Well, Mike, you see the 19 to Martin Truex Jr. leading that top line right now, as you just mentioned. Interesting conversation with crew chief James Small. He said after Daytona, they went to work on a few things between Daytona and Atlanta earlier this year that they thought would help when we got to Talladega, but wouldn't be sure until they got on the racetrack. Well, yesterday they qualified 6th, had a lot of speed in that 19 car. Evidently, whatever they went to work on paid off.
All right, Larry, back 30 laps complete. When does pit road get busy?
Well, Mike, you set it up at the top of the show. Fuel window 42 to 46 laps. They will come before that. In the Toyotas and Chevys, they normally come first. The Fords are notorious for running a little longer, trying to stay organized and lay down good lap times. I would say, based on last year's race, somewhere in the next 6 to 8 laps, we'll be seeing them hit pit road.
Last year's race somewhere.
Well, that's where you really position yourself for the end of this stage to try to outrun the other manufacturers, and sitting in a lot of these meetings in the past, that strategy kind of changes back and forth as to what's right and wrong. And I've even been in positions sometimes to where you're like, that didn't feel right there. With everybody checking up, I felt like I was going to lose some time, so I would stay out and actually just commit and run with a different group.
Well, when I heard you say situate, and part of that is getting situated with your group. And
BJ McLeod's is in third.
Truex on the outside of 3 wide right there. There's no way you're just going to cut across traffic and hit pit road. So
Yeah, the underdog is up there right now. Thank God.
the right cars around them.
At a minimum, how many cars do you need to pit with to come out and be able to establish a draft and not lose time?
Well, you can't have too few and you can't have too many. I think too many can really get yourself in trouble, Kevin.
Well, what happens when you get too many, as you see the Gibbs cars get organized, well, I thought they were going to get organized there with Truex moving down to the middle lane, but you see 4 Toyotas lined up right there in a row. But really, if you get too many cars, the accordion effect starts to get to the back of the pack, and when you can't keep an equal distance, and so 7 or 8 cars is probably the best and the easiest to kind of manage to get the maximum speed, to have less accordion effect at the end of that line. So what I mean by that is just the gap in between cars, and you want to keep that as consistent as possible throughout the whole lap.
Well, it's all about the efficiency of the pit stop, right? When you pull off the racetrack, when you pull back on and then merge back in with the traffic, if you have too many and it accordions, or you get held up getting into your box and you don't get established when you're leaving, that's what's more important. When they leave pit road, you have to be established and connected to get the most efficiency out of the pit stop scenario.
Martin Truex leading from the middle lane. BJ McLeod first up on the outside. Both of McLeod's Cup top 10s came at Daytona. 32 laps complete. We'll take you Fox side by side.
Daytona. 32 laps complete.
27 to go on stage number 1. I have my window open right now. It's nice out. They're only 3 wide. Where's Denny? I'm looking. Tyler X all the way back in 35th.
Mm-hmm. Yes, very easy to just left at Talladega now.
Track where every mile becomes a memory. Fans simply know that new legacies are built one lap at a time.
Craftsman's back on track with Deal of the Race. During this year's Craftsman Truck Series, Craftsman fans rocking deals on tools to power through projects. As teams and fans alike trust Craftsman to get the job done right. Curb appeal begins with Craftsman. It's got power that'll blow you away. This makes your work a breeze. Stand now for the current deal of the race. From outdoor care to home and auto repair. Do it fast. Do it proud. Do it with Craftsman.
Home and auto repair.
The baddest superstars on the planet are unleashed in prime time. Listen to this place. All new Friday Night SmackDown at 8, 7 Central on Fox. What does fearless look like? When trading pain with a champion. NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series. The Busch Guy, cold and smooth survival skills. Should you become stranded,
Cold and smooth survival skills. If you become stranded, you're ready to signal rescue. Boom.
How long have I been out here?
3.
12 minutes.
How long have I been out here? 12 minutes.
Head for the mountains. We believe in the 2-minute drill, goal line stands, toe taps, strip sacks. We believe in beer snakes, the giddy up, and whatever this guy's doing. We believe in speed, power, hustle, grit, and that nothing is more dangerous than a man with a dream. A score is born in the UFL. We believe in football, the United Football League, Saturday at 7 Eastern on Fox.
36 laps complete. Here's your Xfinity fastest lap. Daniel Suarez currently 7th, 192.3. That was back at lap 7. Chase Briscoe at lap 7. Most everybody else lap 12 to 14 were their fastest.
Yeah, it's just been 3 wide across the majority of this race so far.
Radio interference issues. Wallace's was pretty severe.
Not at all what you want. You need to hear that spotter. This is not the place to have radio issues. A lot of people here, a lot of scenarios. These cars being 3 wide all the way through the field, very close together. Larry, what do you got?
Yeah, it never fails on the first set of green flag pit stops here at Talladega. We see drivers get in trouble. Last year when the Toyotas came, Tyler Reddick spun getting on the pit road. When the Fords came, Chase Briscoe spun. And Kevin, I think you had a bird's eye view of that one.
Yeah, I did. And when all that happens, you haven't been able to practice getting on pit road and do the things that you're used to doing to be able to have good markers. You have them in your notes, but you don't get to practice them until you make this first pit stop under green.
38 laps complete this time by. Let's check with our pit reporters and see what we expect on this first stop of the day. Regan.
Well, Mike, certainly a lot of different things happening in the cars for each of the drivers. Zane Smith, who's running in 7th place right now, having a strong performance. A little concerned about his car through the corners. The seams are actually affecting his race car. The seams where the asphalt meshes together. He's getting loose over that, so wants to have a little help with that. Josh?
How about BJ McLeod in the 78 running in the top 5 right now? The biggest thing the team keeps telling him, work with the guys, make friends out there. We're going to need them for later on in the race. His biggest concern with that car right now, just a little bit free, but a strong run so far for BJ McLeod, JB.
And another strong run so far for
BJ McLeod, a non-sponsored car leading at Talladega. Now here comes Chase Briscoe.
Richard Boswell, his crew chief, he told me today we have 14 Fords in the field. That's too many. We don't want to pit with all of them at once. Watch for them to split into 2 separate groups to avoid that chaos. Not saying much on the radio. Pretty happy with it up front.
Well, that's pretty normal that they'll split into groups, and it'll be how you get positioned or where you're running on the racetrack, and you try to do it as efficiently as possible. This is all about time.
Up front is where BJ McLeod is, independent driver from Florida. Had a charter last year, was guaranteed in every race. He and his partner sold that charter to another team. So he's running a limited schedule as an independent, and today, unsponsored. Loves to race.
Oh!
Let's go! BC McLeod in the lead. No, motherfucker!
He's got him loose, Kevin, or what?
Yeah.
He's in trouble.
He just hit the wall or something.
Fuck you, Space Alien.
There it is.
Terrible situation for BJ.
He's been up there on that outside like we were talking about, using more throttle, doesn't have all that fuel data that things other teams have at their expense, and running out of gas.
Doesn't have all that fuel data that these other teams have.
Here's where it happened on your screen.
Yep.
This is exactly what
Wow.
we've been talking about with how much
Oh, but
throttle percentage
he
you use.
barely
You see
touched
why
the
it's so
wall.
important. You don't want to be
Mm-hmm.
tough gas.
He did a good job of getting up out of the way as fast as he possibly could. That was close, but Chase Elliott
Getting up out of the way.
moving a McLeod's car. He may have stayed off the wall. Sharp move by the veteran to get out of harm's way.
Up here comes some cars to pit
Couple
road.
takers this time by. Only 2 drivers.
Mm-hmm.
Chase Briscoe and Justin
I ain't
Haley.
seeing that guy run out of gas. It's got a lot of these guys. Hey, maybe we just play safe and pit now. Justin Haley with him.
And I think that really is probably dictated by the crew chief and the engineers in the war room or up on the pit box by how much throttle they've been using throughout the run and trying to predict what lap that is.
And Briscoe, to your point, Briscoe is one of those guys that was probably using more fuel to move to the front.
Briscoe, to your point, Briscoe is one
In
of
track
those guys.
position.
Well, he's definitely in a spot now where you don't want to be with only 2 of you on pit road. You won't be as fast as everybody else.
Briscoe had led 2 laps. Haley had led 4. They all spent a lot of time up at the front of the pack. Elliott, your leader, and look who's right with him. Kyle Larson, 1 lap down after serving that penalty at lap 1 of the race. And Anthony Alfredo, the Beard Motorsports car, in second. As here comes a big group.
Yep, here come some Chevys.
Mm-hmm.
We saw it, or no, excuse me, that's Austin Dillon back there. Chevrolet is to pit road this time.
Excuse me, that's awesome.
7 of them.
Chevrolet is to pit road this time. 7 of them.
It's a fuel only stop. Don't slide those tires coming in. You do that, we're going to have to put tires on this thing.
Elliott's still leading Larson. Oh, Larson's going to go to the bottom.
Up on the outside of the racetrack right there, blending back in with the pack after he had to make his pit stop. Most of these guys are, they're all going to have to pit.
Yeah, that's right. Zane Smith and Daniel Suarez.
Here comes some of the Toyotas. There's Truex. No! Oh my! No! Save it! Oh my gosh!
Oh hell yeah! Suck dick, Danny.
You just came in too hot.
Dude.
Darn it! That's not one mistake we don't need to make.
That's one of the best stops in NASCAR this season.
That's so hard to gauge the depth perception when you're coming.
I mean, I gotta be honest, it's not that hard to slow down the ball.
It's hard to judge the distance.
Yeah, we saw some shots yesterday. It's dirty down there. He was lower than everybody else, and you saw him start to slide and the back start to get out from underneath him, but it didn't work out for Denny Hamlin.
And the back start to get out from underneath him.
Here's what it is. All right, here come the rest of some Chevys. Bubba Wallace is right there. Larson, Bush.
Chase Elliott and 1 lap down Kyle Larson.
SVC's in the lead now.
Fords and
Yeah.
Chevys here.
Yeah, very interesting to see.
I kind of like that windy scene though.
They could have done a better job with it, to be honest.
We're going to put all day long the car that leads that group off of that pit road. You're going to put up there as a bug on that track map. And the next conversation.
Yo, I can't let you home. No ways.
We talked earlier about big groups. That's 14 cars pitting together there. All about the efficiency. You see how some of them are bunched up together? You're going to have to back up if you're too far ahead, widen out. You have to work together there. Huge run on the inside by Logano. Very aggressive. Shane Van Gisbergen leads them to pit road. Josh Berry on the outside, Logano on the inside to the very first pit stall. Very efficiently by Logano.
You see right here, just like Clint is talking about, they're spread out. You've got
Why is Wendy so involved in NASCAR every single time they go Talladega?
One group caught the other group, or somebody swerved up in front of them to try to break that pack's momentum up.
I like the windy paint scheme from last year that Noah Gregson raced.
That should be a pretty manageable group, and they all get away close to one another.
Use, huh?
And here they come. This is the merger we were talking about. Not even going to be close, Kevin.
No, you see the 5 of Kyle Larson and Chase Elliott. Those guys bunched up right there, and the group that's on the apron is the group that waited the longest, obviously. It's not going to be too far apart.
And this is that chess match. Which one of these scenarios is going to work the best?
Daniel Suarez makes his penalty drive down pit road, and Chase Briscoe is in for tires. 45 laps complete.
How do Caitlin Clark's not the same? Caitlin Clark, city planner. Just like not all internet providers are the same. Don't settle.
Just like not all internet providers are the same.
Real deal reliability and power with Xfinity.
Real deal speed.
It's from here. That's kind of my thing.
With
Get the real
Xfinity.
deal with Xfinity Internet today.
Here? Get the real deal with Xfinity Internet today.
I was born with wings, but psoriasis clipped them until I got clear skin with Pimcelix. Most people got 100% clear skin, some after the first dose.
Serious side effects, including suicidal thoughts and behavior, infection, and lowered ability to fight liver problems and inflammatory bowel disease have occurred. Tell your doctor if these happen or worsen, or if you've had a vaccine or plan to.
Start to get yourself back with Pimcelix.
Ask your dermatologist about Pimcelix today.
Your local Ace is the largest national retailer of steel power tools, gas or battery. You'll find some line at warehouse store. You can fly in days. Order online, get free pickup or free delivery. Order online, get free pickup or free
Men tell us when they use Just for Men to eliminate gray. There's a great before and after.
Tell us when they use Just for Men.
There's the after the after.
Great before and after.
You get when you look and feel your best.
Then
And that's why more men choose Just for Men.
boost you get when you look and feel your best. And that's why more men choose Just for Men.
Give me that creamy, crispy, crunchy mouth water. Give me that crispy,
Give me that
salted mouth. Give me that crusty coke. Give me that
Great. You know, I've been telling everyone. Great. You know, I've been telling people that you tell only pay for what you give.
How many people did you only pay for?
Family. So, my mission is simple. Pay for what they have done. Boy Kills World Radio.
Every Saturday, your game is on Fox. Racing is where it happens. Judge Swagger over with Sun. Saturday on Fox, quarterback leads up on his way to the record. And it was Saturday on Fox when Harper went on Harper. Saturday on Fox is where it happens. We've come a long way together. From dirt tracks to super speedways and every track in between. Never backing down, pushing boundaries, and giving it everything we've got. Yeah, we've come a long way, but there's still a lot more road to run. Goodyear, the official tire of NASCAR. 49 laps complete at Talladega. Saturday on Fox, the United Football League continues its hard-hitting action. Still undefeated Birmingham battles Houston, or you'll see San Antonio take on Arlington. Saturday at 7 Eastern on Fox. Check your local listings.
Arlington, Saturday at 7 Eastern on Fox.
Taylor Milroe, Alabama quarterback, taking in the NASCAR Cup action here at Talladega. You ever heard of him, Larry? Larry grew up in Birmingham, can you tell?
Well, we're looking number one around the top
Right,
10.
Austin Cedric out front.
Where
Chase
are
Elliott.
we?
Let's go back and revisit the spin coming onto pit road by Denny Hamlin. Regan.
Let's go back and
Like as Denny Hamlin got onto pit road and then ultimately got to his pit box, he told the team after that spin, and you see him coming in right here, he hit water. He felt like as he was coming in, a little bit lower on the track, and of course, heavy rains over right here at Talladega, Jamie.
Wow.
We noted that Chase Briscoe pitted for a second time. What happened? He thought he may have slid his tires on the first stop. Went out and said he had a bad vibration, so they came in. This is his right front. Went on the inside, but otherwise they looked pretty good. But he got 4 new ones just in case.
I saw the smoke, Jamie, come off of that tire as he came on the pit road. But going back to the water, I mean, it was for sure. He crossed into that little puddle there, Kevin. That thing went sideways on him.
Yeah, to go back to Briscoe's tire, that tire looks like it's actually just from camber issue. Yeah, from camber or wear. The track's a little bit
Well, that was unfortunate.
whatever that's from. It might
Oh shit!
the rubber goes down on the racetrack, but they'll have to keep an eye on that if they have too much camber in the tire.
He flipped.
Here last night, there are still a few weepers at the entrance and exit of pit road. 9 to go in stage 1. Chase Elliott, Austin Cindric, side by side for the lead, and out in front of him, Kyle Larson is just barely back on the lead lap.
Holy fuck, we're doing 195. Goddamn.
Caution free in Talladega. And we'll take you 5 side by side.
And why are we going to commercial break with 8 laps to? At least it's side by side.
That's NASCAR sold out to them days. So they probably just wanted to add something.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just saying, doing plus every old head of NASCAR.
It's all the best part.
The best part of Indy's new Cinnabon Boulevard is all the parts.
Saw such must have been made in China.
Inez, let me ask you. You use your head and shoulders, right?
Only when I see flakes. Then I switch back to my regular shampoo.
You should use it every wash. Otherwise, the flakes will come back. Is that Tiny Troy?
The ingredients in Head and Shoulders keep the microbes that cause flakes that big.
Microbes? Really?
They're always on your scalp. Little rascal. The good news, there's no itchiness, dryness, or flakes down here.
I love Tiny Troy and his tiny, gorgeous hair. He's the best. Make every wash count.
Little help, please?
What does it take to become a legend?
Money.
Young Money. Kyle Larson on the lead lap, but he's in 36.
Most definitely up in the fence.
Maybe it's simply no.
Oh, would you look at that? My pick to win this race is in the top 5. All right, William Byron.
My pick is on the Black Tape.
Yeah, I picked him. I believe I picked him to win the Spring Atlanta race earlier this year.
Well, that's who else he needs to with Speedway win. He's too good at these flats to not win that race. Now though,
yeah, I agree. Brad is really good at these tracks. He is so good at this place. Does he have like
he would have won Talladega 22 and 23 and 24 if it was a simulation still.
All the parts you need at the prices you want. Guaranteed to fit every time.
And Logano too.
You can keep your ride or die alive.
I think a lot of people forgot how good he was.
Yeah, I don't forget. I know Logano's good at these tracks.
Dude, Logano and Vlad Tape used to be like the best duo at these flats.
If you're talking about teammates, yeah.
Yeah, back when they were teammates, they were like the Beavis and Butthead of NASCAR, in my opinion. Because they work like
Yeah, we have a lot of drivers. Some great drivers I know are great at super speedways. I know Logano is, Brad, definitely Denny Hamlin, Bubba Wallace.
Chase Elliott.
Yeah.
Calabus is good for some reason. He's in 6.
Yeah, Kyle Busch, he just has some sort of, back when he was at Joe Gibbs Racing, he just had bad luck at these kind of tracks. All right, 3 to go in stage number 1. Cindric looks like Cindric's out front.
First run to the pit stop as the last car on the lead lap. Look at him now. Yeah, he's in the right company. You got those Ford Mustangs lined up on the outside. There's some Martin Truex radio.
Every time I'm at the lead back, you
Can we get a Harrison Burton stage one? We'll see.
Yeah, and that's not good. When you're having radio problems here at Talladega, this is the worst place here in Daytona because you depend on that spotter so much.
Well, you missed that opportunity, and that's where the frustration comes from.
Truex is upset again.
Truex is now the last car in the lead draft in 26.
2 to go, with Austin Cindric leading, and he was the one who started in the top 5.
Suarez on pit road for tires under green. This will be costly.
Yeah, that's Zane Smith coming off of pit road. He was just on pit road as well, I believe.
Smith already 2 laps down. Lap and a half to go, stage 1.
Well, it's going to start to get physical here, guys.
It sure is. Look at those mirrors. Time the runs. They're going to be coming. Who's going to get greedy? Who's going to get aggressive on that outside? Will the third lane come in?
Final lap of stage number 1.
He's got to go. If he doesn't beat the rest of these cars to the line at the end of the stage, he'll have to pit with the lap down cars. He'll get his lap back, but he'll have to start tail end of the field. Definitely changes a little bit there, but nonetheless, he will get back where he wants to be.
Not to mention 3 Hendrick cars are in
I see
line.
the movie. You see Keselowski's starting to back up a little bit in the run.
Oh, Larson almost got turned.
It's probably going to happen as they catch BJ McLeod here. This is an opportunity. Pass him. See how that's going to separate them a little bit.
McLeod way up and out of the way, and Larson in control. Here they come, final lap, stage 1.
Well, Larson has to get up towards the outside line because he wants to try to block both lanes, and he's way out front right now. He's not a factor in who wins this stage, though.
Up, Larson moves up, and Chase Elliott wins stage 1. Wait, what? Huh? I swear I thought I saw Chase Elliott at the line first. I am not even kidding you. I thought it was Chase Elliott. It looked like it was Chase Elliott. Oh, it is Cindric. Okay. Wow, that was close.
Your Wyndham is waiting. Whether it's for the bucket lists, the free breakfast,
I thought it was Chase Elliott for a second.
romantic getaways, with 24 trusted brands by Wyndham to choose from, your Wyndham is waiting. Get the lowest price at WyndhamHotels.com.
Wow. Photo finish to the end of stage 1. Ace Rusty 49. I don't think I can hear you again if you're even speaking.
Sign up and start streaming today. He said, "Oh no, disappeared without trace. Apart from a finger."
Yeah, he won. He just won stage. He won stage 1.
They call me Peter.
We have your attention yet? Is this how you dance on the razor's edge? How you beat this gladiator?
Well, for me as a Denny Hamlin fan, that's a relief.
Last question. Are you not entertained?
Where's Bubba? I don't know where Bubba finished. He probably finished in the top 20, I believe. Reddick, he probably. Oh, but he's in 12th. Thank you. So Austin Cindric wins stage number 1. All right. Kyle Busch. Okay. Where's Kyle Busch? I want to. Oh, he's in the top 5. If you look on my screen, you can barely see Kyle Busch's name. He's in 5th right now.
Special skills for this. Other tools of problem solvers paradise. There's nothing we can't find, fix, or figure out together. Made for this. Start solving your projects today at northerntool.com.
And I'll be back, guys. I gotta use the bathroom.
Saturday on Fox, a National League showdown. Goldsmith leads the card.
All right, I'm back. Green flag pit stops. Looks like they just concluded. Kyle Busch gained 4 spots.
There's Austin Cindric, your stage 1 winner at Talladega.
Yo, Ace Rustin 49. I think you're having audio problems again.
You know what's brilliant? Boring. Think about it. Boring is the unsung catalyst for bold. What straps gold to a rocket and hurls it into space? Boring does. Boring makes vacations happen. Early retirement's possible. And startups start up because it's smart, dependable, and steady. All words are one bank. For nearly 160 years, PNC Bank has been brilliantly boring, so you can be happy and fulfilled. Which is pretty unboring if you think about it.
And also, I do have a Denny Hamlin shirt, a 2024 Denny Hamlin shirt coming in the mail tomorrow. So yeah, I'll show you that on my community post. What's up, Nick?
At the Cracker Barrel, freshly made food at a fair price is just what we do. In fact, we've got over 20 meals under $12, each served with a helping of care. Eat, shop, earn Cracker Barrel.
I think this is by far one of the most interactive live race reactions I've done.
Same goes for playoff spiders. Well, Brooks can't deny it.
It looks like Ace left the stream.
Let me guess.
I accidentally set out.
All right, dude. I think you were having audio problems again because I couldn't even hear your side.
When it comes to your truck, powered up 6 ways to Sunday.
When it comes to
Oh man, that set is so interactive like crazy. Oh my.
Yeah, that is literally what I said.
Dude, that's crazy.
Yeah, one of those interactive live race reactions we've done so far.
Power Boost hybrids were all electric.
Ford is celebrating Mustang's 60th birthday with a special appearance package that recalls the 1965 original.
Ford is celebrating Mustang's 60th birthday.
Say 64, they sold 10 million
1965
Mustangs on the road.
Only
They've been selling sports cars for over 10 years now. The brand of Mustang is strong and where they fucking drive.
Over 85 markets all over the globe. A Mustang being sold, and guys, if you see the all-new GTD, that is the baddest Mustang that has ever been built. Street legal, by the way. And now it's mine.
There, my face came on again.
I won't leave mine off because I don't have a good place to put my phone at.
Alright.
That car is awesome. I want to brag on somebody. That 60-year anniversary track day they did was awesome.
Alright.
There was over 2,000 cars there.
That car is awesome.
Mustang
But I
guys
want to
all over the country
that
came
60-year
gathered together.
anniversary track
They
day they
had
did.
drifting ride-alongs. They had track ride-alongs on the robo cabin. There was stuff everywhere. People had a lot of fun there. That was cool.
They had drifting ride-alongs, track ride-alongs on the
How
robo
important
cabin. There
would
was
it
stuff
be if one could win on this Mustang's 60th anniversary?
Well, there's pressure on the Ford driver to win. How important would it be if one could win on this?
Yeah, the Ford Dark Horse looks really cool.
Oh yeah.
Especially the front. Woo.
Like we have a car that can do it. He's got to get through it.
We haven't got to victory lane yet, but
You know how many Mustangs they sold that first day
building,
in
like we have a car that can do it.
22,000 in one day.
You know how many Mustangs they sold?
I remember I was 14, and there had just never been anything like it when they launched the Mustang. That was pretty cool, and here we are.
I was 14.
10 million cars later.
Never been anything like
All
it.
right, let's check with Regan and some developments on the road.
That was pretty
Like we
cool.
saw this partial spin earlier getting onto pit road for Denny Hamlin, and a little bit of contact when he did that. A little damage to the front steering of the car. The team opted to go ahead and take the time to fix it. Now,
Oh man, it is what it is.
Denny didn't complain about it all. It was
It's fine. It's fine.
That's what things having
As long as you
the
don't-
best day of their lives.
It was actually the data the team has on top of the pit box that they saw the wheel was a little bit off, and that was what alerted it to.
You can dissect that.
That's some heads up stuff.
And that really shows you the magnitude.
Realizing that there was
It's alright. It's okay. It's alright. We're fine. We're fine.
There will be a group of engineers
Yeah, and that
and gals working back
magnitude and how in depth
the war room
these
back at
engineers and teams
wherever
can be.
the
Not
shop
only
headquarters is to really go through that data and feed the pit box. Sometimes the pit box will see it, but a
the
lot of
war
times
room back at
the war room
wherever
will feed
that
that
shop
information
is to really
to
go
the pit
through
box
that
to
data and
address.
feed the pit box.
4 Fords, 4 Chevrolets, and 2
Sometimes the
Toyotas
war room
earned
will
stage
feed that
points
information
here in
pit
stage
box
1.
to address.
As we get
So
ready to begin
4
stage
Fords, 4 Chevrolets,
2, 60 laps total.
stage here in
The
stage
LI
1,
award for Alex Bowman.
ready to begin stage
48.
2 total.
And here is the Thomas's
The LI
Bagels
for
foot
Alex
cam.
Bowman,
Ricky Stenhouse.
48.
Yeah, you see him just
And
using
here
the brake
is
to
the
slow the car down. You
Thomas's
set a gap
Bagels
to the
cam
car in front of you and try
for
to be
Ricky
able to
Stenhouse.
drop back as much as you can without making NASCAR mad.
The
Shut
brake
the
is
engine
slow
off
down,
and then
set
let
a
it
gap
coast. And then if it goes
to
a
the
little
car
bit
in
too
front of
fast,
you.
you ride that brake to slow it back down.
Because you can't start
Strategy
making
cam
that
on Tykins' car includes rear spoiler cam this week.
a little bit too fast, and you ride that brake to slow it down. One strategy.
Mustang race car
What?
is in 65 complete. Kyle
Hello.
Busch chasing the 2 Chevys will lead them back to green ahead of the Fords.
Here we go. Green flag back in the air for the start of stage 2.
Oh yeah. It's fine. How much you need at home?
See Kyle Busch there on that
Yep,
outside.
Green's back out. Kyle Busch on the outside there.
Needs this opportunity, was looking for this opportunity at Talladega. Told you earlier in the week.
Looks like Ace left.
I actually spent some time together in Georgia
Currently,
turkey hunting.
Blaney leading at Kyle Busch.
Farms down there, taking some time to relax. And
with your two's history, there's no chance I would went hunting with him. But well, man, I'd say times are changing.
Well, you know, I don't have to go out there and compete anymore. So I actually took Piper hunting. Keeler and Piper didn't want to hunt together, so I had to take Keelan last week and Piper this week, and Kyle was there as well.
All right.
Saw Chase Elliott move down out of that outside line, elected to get to the bottom. Good place to ride and a good place to save some fuel as you're doing so 4 or 5 rows back.
Well, and all these guys saw what happened to those few cars that had to pit for fuel, ran out of gas, or got a little bit out of cycle right there.
And where did they come from? Not to cut you off, but they all come from that outside line. Right? You see them coming again. Be careful and mindful. Just like BJ McLeod, you can go up there, absolutely, drive her to the front, but you better get in and start saving some fuel.
13 different leaders already as you watch from the
SVG is about to be in the top 10.
Track position is important. You have to be able to try to capitalize and get that track position while you can. So you see SVG up there on the outside, trying to get his way to the front to be able to position himself to be at the front of the pack and do what you need to do from a fuel standpoint.
Speaking of fuel, here's Kyle Busch.
Making sure we get a timed out right to come forward at the right time. Hopefully we don't go back like that, but if we do, that's the easiest spot to save the most. So, yeah, you did a great job on your saving right there. There's only a couple guys that were able to save a little more aggressively than you, and they started a little bit further back, you know what I mean?
Well, it's topic of discussion.
Shane Van Gisbergen to the lead.
Strategy, who can do it the best and where, right? You can't lose track position, as you said, Kevin. So where can I ride and find that sweet spot of track position versus fuel?
It's Austin Dillon in the bottom lane, though.
Kyle's crew chief does a weekly turn on Sirius satellite radio, and I always learn something each week from him.
Well, that's the unique part about this sport is every week you do learn something. This is a constant evolution of learning. It's an engineering exercise, and that's why we are where we are with the fuel situation, because everybody realized how somebody figured this out before everybody else. Now everybody does it. What's the next thing going to be? What's the next innovation? What's the next thought? That's what these crew chiefs and engineers.
I so far no caution for incidents so far, and I feel like this race is at this rate.
Not here every week, and you miss a few weeks, you get behind really quick.
To me, this race is just like the playoff race in the 2023.
Yeah, and so you see 46% throttle up there. So basically,
Shane Van Gisbergen still.
Chase with his foot right on top of the brake pedal in case something happens, and he's looking at the dash right now, and he's got a throttle percentage on his dash that he will keep track of it as well.
New leader Anthony Alfredo.
Alfredo to the lead now. Oh.
Schedule goes all the way to the front.
That was really close with Noah Gragson and SVG back there, right behind him. Almost got into one another.
Alfredo finished third in yesterday's Xfinity.
Yep.
SVG gets spit out on
Oh
the
my
outside.
gosh. 4 SVG's going in the back.
Just how much slower Kyle Larson was than the rest of this pack. And when you get out and shoved down a line like that, and it takes that momentum away, you literally have to go all the way to the back of the pack to get the biggest hole being punched in the air as possible by the whole pack to gain that speed.
Gregson Nemechek currently leading.
Noah Gragson for Stuart Haas.
And he did exactly what the other guys were doing, Clint. You know, he just put the pedal down and said,
Actually, I feel like I'm glad that he's at the back of the field, because if there's any crashes going to be happening, he'll be more likely not to be involved in a crash.
He was involved in the Denny
Remember?
Hamlin spin, but apparently had no damage.
Yeah, remember in 2020 when Denny Hamlin finished in the top 5 in every single Super Speedway race, winning like half of them in 2020 with the Daytona 500 and the Talladega playoff race.
You give. Now it's time to get with Straight Talk Wireless. You get unlimited data, talk, and text. You get America's most reliable 5G network. You get to choose who gets on your family plan starting at just $25 a month. Does it have to be family? It doesn't have to be family.
To get more
pods and more savings. Switch to Straight Talk for plans starting as low as $25 a line. Find us at Walmart and StraightTalk.com.
Your best days of the year start here at Kubota Orange Days. It's the year's biggest selection of Kubota tractors, zero-turn mowers, and utility vehicles, including the #1 selling compact tractor in the
Ace is
USA.
back.
My phone died.
PPR for 84 months or up to
Oh, wow.
$3,300 off select compact tractors. Orange goes all day. Sales ending soon. Visit your local dealer today. Find your nearest dealer at KubotaOrangeDays.com.
With Armor All, a little bit of this protects you from a lot of that. Armor All, less work, more clean. Buy $20, get 5 back through May 31st.
Spring into savings this moving season with Pods. Save up to 25% now on moving and storage, and see why Pods has been trusted with over 6 million moves. But don't wait. Save up to 25% now. Visit Pods.com today.
Higher shipping rates may be the cost of doing business, but at what cost?
Turn shipping to your advantage with low-cost ground shipping from the United States Postal Service.
I want to do the math. What is 188 divided by 2? Uh-oh, copyright music. Copyright content.
Wait, we said 188 divided by 2?
Yes.
Wouldn't that be 144?
I don't believe so. Let me do calculator. 188.
Divided by... No, that would be
2.
166. Or something.
Oh, lap 94 is half of 188. Half of 188 is 94. So if we get to lap 94, the race will be official.
Ask your doctor about breast.
I'm just trying to figure out what would be the halfway point of the race. So lap 94 is halfway.
I grew up shopping here. Now I love bringing my family here up for all our adventures together. And now, Bass Pro Shops Club members enjoy special savings and earn points for free gifts, which is rewarding when buying what you need to make the pick. Spending time out for the club, sharing memories, and making new that's in addition. Proud of it.
Unbelievable. This is the biggest, the baddest, in so many ways in the infield of this.
What?
This is the biggest, the baddest.
Nemechek out front now.
That's your ride, right? I hope so. Yeah. John Hunter Nemechek has become
Yep.
15th different leader of this race. 34 lead changes.
Hi, this is about the time, but everyone turns into idiots.
At Talladega, everybody does it right here. Everybody wins at Talladega. The infield at Talladega, everybody does it. Or the joy of the upside. Talladega. Or the joy of the upside. What you see here in this top 5 is exactly why it's anybody's game. Going back to how we led this show, Mike, it's anybody's game. Top 4 all looking for their first Cup Series win.
Oh, Nemechek blocks LaJoy.
Wow. Managing those runs.
Good job. Good block. Good block. Good block. Good block.
A lot more fuel up here, Leapneys. Managing those runs like this. Blocks. Using them down, using their energy, using their momentum.
And plus, he has door damage too.
Well, the lap times are really slow right now. That's about 4 seconds slower than what the fastest lap is for John Hunter Nemechek. So these guys are obviously in a spot where they need to save more fuel or want to save more fuel than they did last time. Obviously in a spot where they need to save more fuel or want to save more fuel.
We'll compare Nemechek with Chase Elliott back in 15th place. Chase with about 40% throttle. Nemechek out front, burning more gas, 50 to 60% throttle. PM the same. Burning more gas.
Yep, And from a driver's standpoint, it's like we were talking about when we were on the foot cam and Chase Briscoe's car. You want to try to do everything that you can do to have a consistent percentage on your throttle. The further back in the pack you are, the easier that is to do. When you're in the front like John Hunter is, you got to use a little bit more throttle. But we saw some of these guys come to pit road and pit after right before we went to the green flag right there. So there is a lot of strategy, and that's the reason that we're showing you this right now is it's detrimental to do what John Hunter is, but he is one of those cars that came in and topped off there towards the end of that caution flag. So we'll see how this plays out.
And topped off there towards the end of that.
As good a job as he's doing working with a spotter, let's listen to those guys work together as they're managing these runs coming from behind. Even check.
Your middle lane. One back to your 62. Now middle lane covered with the 10 there. So on near the 10, you're going to relieve in the view, then one back after him, one off your help, then two off to your head.
That's Ryan Blanchard, Nemechek spotter.
One back after him, then one off your help.
That's Ryan Blanchard, Nemechek spotter.
And one off your help.
Now listen on Noah Gregson, spotter Andy Houston.
Back to that top rope.
Noah Gregson, spotter Andy Houston.
Back to that top rope. Just top and 2 wide.
They're not even flying right now. They're only doing 180, 170.
Top rows, 3 rows back.
Kevin, did you like a lot of input from the spotter or only when necessary?
Well, you really don't have a choice here because there's so much going on that the spotter is going to talk to you constantly, and you hear that information whether you want to hear it or not hear. On a normal racetrack at a mile and a half or a short track, I wanted you to talk to me as little as possible. So our radio was always pretty quiet until you came here.
When it's quiet, it's a good thing on a mile and a half. That means everybody's behind you. Coming to complete 80 laps. Toyota, Ford, Chevrolet, 1, 2, 3 at Talladega.
In Major League Baseball, you could dream with no limits. You could become your hero.
Tell you what, this race is going by fast.
Yeah. There's really nothing's happening.
This race to me is so. So far, in my opinion, this is just like the Talladega playoff race last year. 3 wide racing, and no caution incidents in stage 1 and 2. I was at that race when Ryan Blaney won.
Mm-hmm.
We both were actually. We were both out there at that race.
We can debate me about this for all my life. I still think the 2011 and the 2019 Swing race was the best Talladega races of all time.
Then there's the that boost you get when you look and feel your best. And that's why more than two. At East, you're back right now.
I honestly think my favorite Talladega race has to be the 2019 fall race. Has to be that one.
Mine's a Spring because they were doing some flazy moves and all of that, but they didn't wet all the time. But that was fun, lots. See them be on the edge of wetting.
Symptom improvement and reduced flare-ups. Rest Treat won't replace rest inhaler for sudden breathing problems. It is not for asthma. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking it. Don't take Rest Treat more than prescribed. Rest Treat may increase your risk of thrush, pneumonia, and osteoporosis.
But yeah, dude, fall data is always the best.
Problems irrigating, vision changes, or eye pain occur.
Ask your doctor about Rest Treat.
That's my team out there.
If our network goes down, lives are at stake.
Our comms. That's my team out there. That's why we partner with Verizon Frontline, a network that truly prioritizes first responders.
So we don't worry about getting through.
That's why we partner with Verizon Frontline.
Out here, reliability is everything.
Don't worry about
I'll probably make a community post saying what my favorite Talladega races are. Probably my top 5 Talladega races I've watched.
Your mission is your Verizon.
for the Cup Series nominee.
Industrial grade products.
Geico 500 on Fox is sponsored by Verizon Frontline for 5G.
Geico 500 on Fox. Sponsored by.
Laps complete. Coming up on halfway.
Those
Stage 2 of 3 at Talladega. Now, Anthony Alfredo was in the top 5 ever since they dropped the
Yep, 3-wide racing is great. Always great. Especially with me being a big Superspeedway racing fan. And I'm going to tell you guys what my top 5 favorite Talladega races, in my opinion, that I've watched.
I hope Seth wins, but I don't know about that.
He has spent a lot of time in a cup car in the simulator.
Well, I love that strategy because Beard Motorsports is a tiny team out of Michigan. They have one full-time employee.
What are people wondering? I don't actually hate things, by the way.
Races each year, and they've had a chance to lead this one.
What'd you say? My mic kind of.
For the people that are watching, I don't actually hate being Hamlin. I play a stereotype. I'm on team. When I say I hate slot, I'm just playing the stereotypes.
33 degrees of banking, you see it go. As the cars round out of turn number 4, steepest of any of the NASCAR Cup tracks, and the largest oval on which these cars run. Chris Buescher trying to get something going in the outside.
Because, dude, if I hated Hamlin, why do I even have one as die test? You know that?
Yeah. I mean, it's really up to you, man. If you hate him, that's fine. If you don't hate him, it's cool too.
From a driver's standpoint, it's really, really
so
difficult to
you're so basically, it's a stereotype for you, basically.
Yep.
do something that you know
Yep.
is so tempting to do, but you have to be able to put yourself in a position to save fuel and work out the strategy side of it. So you see
Hamlin can't side slate.
Logano here, and he's in the middle of the pack doing his job and trying to make sure he's in position when they make this pit stop under green here.
A quiet day for Logano, who had a speeding penalty on his first pit stop of the day.
Oh yeah, Logano did have
penalties. Going through the links of Facebook about being Hamlin or Wallace.
Crew chief for Larson, who had a drive-through penalty at lap 1. After taking the race's green flag, he had to come down pit road at pit road speed while the rest of the field raced around. He got lapped, got his lap back at the stage break.
Speed while the rest of the field raced around. He got lapped at the stage break.
Toyota, Ford, Chevy, 1, 2, 3. Nemechek, Gregson, LaJoy.
Toyota, Ford, Chevy, 1, 2, 3. Nemechek.
Well, that was an interesting comment by Cliff Daniels, and really, you know, for us,
Bubba
it's
Wallace, where is he? Oh, he's in
the
17.
calculations that they have up on the pit box.
Dude,
So,
you know one thing down to about
Well, how much slower, to your point there, would you
if
have
it's
to
a
go? How much
racing hall has some type of hybrid technology that we
First
don't
time I
know.
ever heard that.
yeah, and he's definitely told his driver to get up there and try to push those guys to go faster. We saw Kyle Larson into the back of Corey LaJoy and being able to try to push him forward to make that line get out there a little bit further. So you see his throttle percentage right there of, you know, right around 50%, just managing whatever that gap needs to be in front of him and still able to do what he needs to do.
"88 laps complete, 36 cars still on the lead lap and in the draft of the leader." COPD hasn't been pretty. It's tough to breathe and tough to keep wondering if this is as good as it gets. But Trelegy has shown me that there's still beauty and breath to be had. Because with 3 medicines in 1 inhaler, Trelegy keeps my airways open and prevents future flares. And with 1 dose a day, Trelegy improves lung function, so I can breathe more freely all day and night. Trelegy won't replace the rescue inhaler for sudden breathing problems. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking it. Do not take Trelegy more than prescribed. Trelegy may increase your risk of thrush, pneumonia, and osteoporosis. Call your doctor if worsened breathing, chest pain, mouth or tongue swelling, problems urinating, vision changes, or eye pain occur. Ask your doctor about once daily Trelegy for COPD, because breathing should be beautiful.
It's Kubota Orange Days. Shop the year's biggest selection of Kubota equipment and get 0% APR for 84 months or up to $3,300 off select compact tractors. Find your nearest dealer at KubotaOrangeDays.com.
Cantina Chicken Crispy Taco isn't just a late-night taco. It's a seasoned and slow-roasted chicken taco that pairs nicely with the new avocado verde salsa at any time.
Buffering on my end.
Introducing the new Cantina Chicken Crispy Taco, only at Taco Bell. This season,
Now it just continues to buffer. Is my internet on my phone working? Yeah. I just don't know why it's so buffering. Hold on. Try to get rid of that and see if that can work. Yes, my phone is having some issues right now, buffering with the trying to load the race. There we go. Now it's better.
Sights and sounds of Talladega. 91 laps complete.
Yep, halfway through stage 2, folks.
Laps today, 18. Noah Gregson, Chris Buescher, Corey LaJoy, Tom Gilliland are the front 5. There are 35 cars.
All right, Denny's back inside the top 20.
Chase Briscoe, while we were away, came in and got fuel and 4 tires in his number 14 Ford. So he will go a lap down if we stay green. Zane Smith and BJ McLeod are each 2 laps down. Well, it looks like we're going to have another round of green flag pit stops. Let's check with Jamie Little.
But John Hunter Nemechek leading this race had only led 1 lap in his prior career in the Cup Series. And he hasn't raced here in 4 years, Mike. The last time he ran here, though, he ran 8th in both races. So it's not a big surprise he's running up front. He's been quiet on the radio, really happy. Feels good out front there, Josh.
Strong start to the day for Tom Gilliland, qualified 3rd in this race. And he told me before the race that leading laps at Daytona gave him a lot of confidence when it comes to this super speedway style of racing. He feels good about his car today. Tight early on in the race, but much better as of late, Regan.
Well, Josh, as we near these green flag potential pit stops, which we would anticipate to be gas-only stops, keep an eye on where the cars stop as they get to their pit box. Kyle Busch was reminded after the last stop he was a couple feet too long. That cost him a little bit of time because the fueler had to chase the car down. We are talking a matter of not only inches on the racetrack, but inches on pit road as well.
Denny Hamlin back to the front, to the front, boys.
Fought his way back up to 6th place. Second on the inside lane. Here's his radio.
what you want me to do? Yep, copy that. Well, we're going to be here when the pay window opens. We're just going to do our own deal here. It's going to work out for us.
A little bit of a sales job there.
Well, it's interesting since Chase Briscoe hit it, and all of a sudden the pace picked up because the first lap was almost a second faster than the field, and now they've decided to go.
Well, I think they've all realized, too, going back to Cliff Daniels' point all over again. This takes me clear back to Daytona 500. He's the one that realized, hey, guys, these guys are going too slow. We need to speed this thing up, just like he told his driver again here today. Speed this thing up and make those guys make this pit. Who is going to be able to capitalize on this track position game? Think about Keselowski coming back and topping off. Guys like him, the 47, the 11, Denny Hamlin, we saw him on pit road. Those guys are going to be able to go on pit road, spend less time taking fuel, and essentially gain a lot of track position for the stage end.
Yeah, and those are they hit it before the green flag came out, and they've also been very disciplined as to where they're running the track position. But we have definitely seen the pace pick up now, so everybody's trying to put themselves in a position to make their green flag stops, and everybody realizes now that they're not going to run that pace the whole stage, so I don't think they can make it.
But that's exactly how they capitalize on that green flag stop. Spend the least amount of time on pit road. Fuel and the consumption of the fuel is where the time is lost or gained.
7 of the cars currently in the top 10 came in and topped off at lap 65. They include Nemechek, Buescher, Hamlin, LaJoy, Cody Ware, Kyle Larson, Martin Truex, Todd Gilliland. They all came in and topped off. 25 laps to go.
I know.
We continue 3 by 3 at Talladega.
It's not just about how you get there, but what you make happen along the way. Introducing the 2024 F-150.
Ace, I think I think Ace Rustin 49 is having some sort of mic problems. It's big enough. He just left. He's probably gonna come back in.
What does it take to become a legend?
There he is.
Hopefully my mic is fixed.
Yeah. I don't know what's been going on with that.
It's because anytime someone calls my phone or whenever, or when I do a voicemail, it messes up my mic for some reason.
Maybe it's simply knowing that new legacies are built one lap at a time.
It's Kubota Orange Days. Shop the year's biggest selection of Kubota.
What's those Invictus buildings in 4th or 5th right now?
He's in 4th.
It's like the Battle Pit scene.
At the Cracker Barrel, freshly made food at a fair price is just what we do. In fact, we've got over 20 meals under $12. Each served.
The biggest underdogs are leading laps today. Yeah, the underdogs have definitely shown, just like in Super Speedway races.
Oh yeah, Walden has been up front.
Yeah.
I think what Walden to do is wait for the bid for him.
Not all Caitlin Clark's off the scene.
About to enter the triple digits in laps, and we're not even 2 hours over in the stream yet.
Don't settle. Not all the riders are the same. Don't settle. Get real deal speed, reliability, and power with X-Speed. Reliability. It's from here? That's kind of my thing. Get the real deal with Xfinity Internet today and get fast speed. Get the real deal with Xfinity Internet today and get fast speed and reliable connection. Devices in the house. Bring into savings this fishing season with Pods. Save up to 25% now on Baby Orange and see why Pods has been trusted.
So now all the Fords are doing together now, and the Series are done did together, and the Tahoes are done did together right now. Since the pit side tours about happened.
Yeah.
This is when all the lets happen.
Okay, we got Buescher, we got Gillen, and Priest.
Back out front at Talladega. Gillen, Priest, Logano, great breaks and 5 Fords out front. And Larry Mack, the lap times have suddenly dropped 3 to 4 seconds. What switch got flipped here?
Yeah, I go back to what Cliff Daniels, Kyle Larson's crew chief, said. Let's force people to have to make a stop because they were working on trying to run 54 laps on this tank of fuel, which the pace they were at, I'd say they were flirting with it. It's time to get track position, get up near the front. We know we're going to have to make the green flag pit stop, which I would say, guys, we may see in the next 6, 7, 8 laps.
2 months ago, Shane Van Gisbergen was leading.
Chris Buescher, he was indeed my pick to win this year's Daytona 500, but he never showed up.
Back to 22nd. Chase Briscoe going a lap down after making that extra pit stop under green.
Yeah, and he was hoping that they would continue saving fuel because by himself, when he first ran out there for one or two laps, he was able to take that Mahindra Tractor's Ford.
Ooh.
He pulled up there and tried to block that run by Cindric, and he had a huge run. About got himself in trouble there. He's going to fall in the line right there.
It just takes so long to get your momentum and the engine back wound up once you get out of the draft and shoved outside by yourself.
5 Fords in front and all lined up on the bottom of the racetrack. As Larry told us earlier, their gas mileage may be a bit better. Oh, hands in the air from Gilliland.
That's the Fords up in now.
Looks like they are. Oh, yep, here they are. Here they go.
All but Buescher. No, he's coming too.
Oh.
Everybody hard on the brakes as the Fords hit pit road. Cars peeled off.
Keselowski's in this group. He's one of the cars that did it here. Mind you, he was one of the cars that came in topped off at the end.
Logano didn't do it. Blaney, Haley.
There he is.
That's all I see that didn't do it. So I suppose the O1s haven't doing that with the Survey for Carlos.
Teammates Buescher and Keselowski lead this group off pit road.
Yeah, they're spread out though. You see the two team
Oh
cars.
God, Logano's up in front.
And you see everybody else spread out a little
We
bit.
already know what's gonna happen when he's up front.
Right here.
Mixed bag here.
Yeah, then we got the Chevys. All the Chevys come down now.
That's not all the Surveys, though. They
Well, not all, the majority.
Actually, no, all of them came down.
Of this stop, and there's so many equations: how you come on, how short your pit was, and then the exit. You have to be together. When you get back
I
out
didn't
there on that
see the 9 or the 5.
out.
Oh, never mind. All the hands was
Oh.
off.
Wow, 4 wide exiting the pits.
Oh, very close coming off the pit road.
The only Survey that didn't.
Oh, Corey LaJoy spins.
Was like previously one and was slowly around. No Carson, no Carson. Please, no Carson. No.
No Carson.
Finally,
Yeah,
good.
that's not how you want to come up pit road. All bunched up like that, 3 and 4 wide. It takes time away from
SBC and the Surrey 1, Daniel Hamilton coming down. Those are the two that stayed out.
See that outside line? They were the ones that pitted first.
In the map at the top, you see those two groups merging together. 22, Joey Logano is your leader. Merging together. 22, Gisbergen and Hemrick lead pit road. And Gisbergen stopping together.
I think the Lotus on stay out once again.
So the first 12 cars have not yet made this pit stop. As we'll show you what happened to Corey.
And Sastain didn't come in the
That's where those puddles are. Wow.
No, he did.
Yeah, he caught.
Elliott about spun in front of him.
Yeah, he
Oh
caught
yeah,
in
they
the
got
water.
the water.
Weepers from last night's heavy rains. They're at the exit of pit lane, not in the racing groove or in the normal line off pit road because they were 4 wide there. And Gisbergen just coming out of the pits, so trying to get back up to speed. He and Hemrick, and that's a tall order.
Oh man, what's happening? Oh
Noah
God.
Gragson almost got in the McDowell.
They draw a formal lineup and touch that patent from them.
The cars that are merging with their full head of steam, it kind of mixes everything up. And really, that's what you want. If you're one of those slower cars, you want the group to get mixed up to try to just slow them down a little bit, mess up the air, and try to get those guys out of that single file line. So Shane's probably going to be able to blend back in okay.
Logano, Hamlin at the front of the lead pack. Larry, the 12 cars that have not made this stop are most all the ones we mentioned that were last on pit road to top off at lap 65. How long can they go?
Yeah, Mike, they can probably go, especially with how slow the pace was. They can probably go another 6 to 8 laps. Now, will they go another 6 to 8 laps? I don't know if that's the case. But based on how slow the pace was, they have a few more laps they can run.
That group includes most of the Toyotas, 7 of them, along with 4 Fords.
Along with 4 Fords.
And that group is about 30 seconds ahead of the merged group that's just now entering turn 3.
Of the merged group that's just now entering
about 2/3 of a lap.
Well, that's always the interesting thing about these super speedway races. Every time you get into the race, you get into the flow of the race and how the strategy worked last time, these guys always come up with a plan that they think is going to be better based upon when people are pitting the lap times that you run. There is so much information that goes into that pit box and into that war room that plays out with all the strategy that they predict.
So let me ask Larry again. Larry, if you run this out, if you're one of these 12 cars and you run until you absolutely have to stop, would you stop again at the end of the stage?
You could flip the stage, Mike, because obviously that next stage, that final stage is 68 laps, so you could flip the stage. That could be a game plan. Go as far as we can here, and then maybe flip the stage.
Go as far as we can here.
Options are all over the place, trust me.
That's why you got to be a good poker player. You can, Kevin, I heard you say all the technology.
Well, push him, Denny.
But you still have to play a little bit of poker here and
We
make
got
some
to
decisions
lead.
on your feet quick.
Well, there are better poker players than others that sit on top of these pit boxes. So they're the guys that always push the limits and take chances. And there are some people who don't take chances and always just want to go with the numbers. And sometimes those poker players beat you up.
Now the gap from the
Who realized the net simulation cars still hasn't flipped
remains constant at about 32.5
Yeah,
seconds.
I realized.
There's the Byron group. And here are the leaders.
I'm predicting that we're doing the fourth day.
Darn, looks like someone's racing outside. Outside on like the highway.
Oh yeah, with the Model E-Tech Honda.
Here comes Nemechek to pit road.
One car peels off. That's, I believe that's Nemechek.
Peels off. That's Nemechek.
10 to go. Stage 2.
10 to go.
And we may have some activity on pit road among the leaders this time. Hamlin and 2 Toyotas in front of Logano and Cindric, teammates in Fords. And we saw a hand out the window.
I like this strategy.
Here we go. Here come the Toyotas.
Yep. I didn't see the hand out the window there.
They have the option to take way less fuel.
Yeah, we got 2 of them in the grass, locking up tires, all the things that you don't want to have happen. Denny Hamlin at the top of your screen missed his pit box, had to back up.
Wow. Good job.
All kinds of errors right there.
All right.
So that leaves just 4 cars on the track that have not pitted, and they're all Fords. Logano, Cindric, Blaney, and Berry. Oh, the Toyotas came in this time.
And everything you wanted to have happen right there didn't go as planned if you're that group, especially Denny Hamlin. So that's 2 errors that Denny's made getting onto pit road. When he spun out in the water, and that time he just missed his box.
Spun out in the water, and that time he just missed his
Christopher
box.
Bell was too fast entering, so
Yeah, I had a feeling that would happen. Because Christopher Bell came in much faster.
Yeah.
And the Fords finally make their stop 1 lap later than everybody else. Look at this merge. See Keselowski, his teammate Busher. Remember me saying Keselowski. They topped off, rode around in the back, saved fuel, which means they had to take less fuel, and look how they're capitalizing on that. Here they are marching straight to the front of track position. Huge block right there.
Oh man, dang.
Oh gosh. Oh, that looks.
Brad didn't get to go with him though. Missed that push. Brad stuck in the middle.
Missed that push.
Ryan Blaney too fast entering pit road.
Well, dude, we didn't push him. We pushed someone too hard, then he's not simulation hard. This is done a lot.
He didn't get to go with him on that push, but that was the strategy, that was the plan, and it worked flawlessly.
Well, the guys who really
Plus,
cycled
dude,
out well
the Doyo is so bad with these songs. And we can't really bump slash so
They
long.
had only a few laps to go. They took less fuel, and they assumed the track.
Because you have to get off the bump in the
right here, so that's just going to leave Logano and Cindric up there, and these guys are going to drive right by them.
You see it from the Ford.
And the same thing happens in Iowa's.
Back to pit road. The drive of shame.
Yeah. And you're going to see Austin Cindric. You see him try to pull up. He wants to make that lane swerve. Joey Logano does the same
Busher threads the needle.
That's your job.
Whoa. My God.
Instead of going all the way to the back of that line, it's a huge risk, but Joey Logano kept himself in 3rd place. Austin Cindric is down there.
Oh, man, what Lawson? He walked left.
Like that, but that's the strategy.
Chris Busher, what a move to retake the lead.
Oh, my
Ryan Preece
God. Logano's subbing the shit out of
Talladega.
Why did we talk to that?
Woo!
The legend was so good.
Not even
there's
not.
gonna be a lot
Dude.
doing these ads.
Some things should stand the test of
Dude, they didn't even show Fox side. They did not even do side by side. It's towards the end of the stage.
and can help you go up to 4 months.
When they come back, they're
towards the
gonna be
end.
what?
If you have an eye infection, eye pain or redness, or allergies
I'm
to
telling you
eye
now.
You guys,
eye
if you guys look at my
may cause eye
at the shared screen, it still says green, but if it's caution,
swelling of blood vessels in the eye. An increase in eye pressure has been
I be did what Donna's and turn someone, and then they're gonna hit in the wood, and they're gonna flip down the back. So
corneal injury and eye floaters.
Corneal
And
injury,
there's still so much to see.
and there's still
If
so
you
much.
are on IVEA or a similar type of treatment, ask your retina specialist about IVEA HD today for the potential for fewer injections.
Today.
Right now, you can get any large pizza for just $12 from Pizza Hut. Any pizza, any crust, $12. That means meat lovers get supreme or cream to home with any toppings, just $12. This deal won't last long, so order any way you want now.
This deal won't last long, so order any way you want
Make your
now.
first move with battery power.
Make your first move with battery power made by Steel.
Right now, save $50 on select AK system battery
Right now,
tool
save
sets.
$50 on select AK system batteries. Real Steel.
Mother's CMX ceramic spray coating. A revolutionary silicon and titanium dioxide blend that goes on lightning fast, wet or dry,
Goes on
game changing.
or
Super hydrophobic, ultra durable protection.
super hydrophobic,
Coating
ultra
and caring for
durable
your
protection.
vehicle has never been easier.
Coating and caring for your vehicle
Mother's CMX ceramic spray coating. Give it that mother's love.
ceramic spray coating. Give it that mother's love.
Every home track is the start of something special.
Every home track.
Learn more about NASCAR regional tracks near you at NASCAR.com/regional.
The Geico 500 on Fox is sponsored by
still under green.
Is sponsored
Yeah.
by Credit One
laps to go
Logano leading.
Joey Logano. Busher, Cindric, and
Yeah, I wonder how he got up though.
top 5. Then the Chevys of Dillon, Byron, and Martin.
Police are serving the 17 really well.
Big move for the race right now for Chris Busher.
We talked about this, and you see.
Yeah, he just threaded the needle.
Yeah, that was insane.
Wow. Yeah, good racing.
The needle actually made contact with Austin Cindric, but those guys, we talked about the risk and the desperation that we feel like the Fords are in to win this race. We see a whole bunch of them up in the front of the pack right there, and Joey Logano and Austin Cindric took a huge risk right there.
So give it to Chris Busher and Ryan Preece. Followed him right through that.
The Jordan car is in the top 10.
Between the two.
Yep.
And you see it right
Two
there.
to go.
Joey Logano, Austin Cindric still leading this race.
And Lawson's up there.
They just didn't have the amount of
Dude,
cars
I think Logano is probably going to slow a stupid block at some point during this stage. If that 5 Texas is up.
28 cars in the lead draft. 2 to go here. It's time to go. Need some track position, need stage points. How are they going to do it? Watch these runs coming from the back. That's where they get established. We'll start seeing cars pick off one. I like that run. Here it comes. Here it comes. Are you going to take it? Smarter communication going wide open right now. Tyler Reddick, second row on the outside.
Yep, this is the time when they start working.
First times today, but it's the Penske teammates with Cindric pushing Logano.
Yep, final lap of stage number 2.
You saw him push him all the way into the tri-oval until he felt uncomfortable with that transition of the bottom lane, and now he's going to be right back on the back bumper of Joey Logano going through turns 1 and 2.
Yeah, it does this like repeat type thing. So I think Logano's going to
60 laps to get his lap back on the free pass, and here he is racing for the stage 2 win.
Well, there's a lot of cars racing in the pack still for being this close to the end of the stage. Usually you see some of those cars drop off out of the way when they realize they can't get stage points, but we've got a heck of a race coming off at turn 4 to the start finish line for the end of stage 2.
Oh, Larson doesn't have any help. It's going to be Joey Logano. It's Logano.
Whoa, what happened to that?
Cindric, Larson, Dillon, Chastain.
So the Penske drivers sweep the stages. Stage 1 winner and the stage 2 winner finish first and second. It seems like Joey Logano. He seems to always win stages at these racetracks.
I think Penske is back at Superspeedways.
Moving on that.
It's clearly a thing. Give me that creamy. Give me that creamy.
Saturday at 7 Eastern. Simple farmers saddle up to find lifelong love.
All right, now stage 3 will be intense. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. This spot where they start filling out 15 ways to lucky something. Or when they normally do.
All investments of animal control.
It's not dance on the razor's edge.
Elliot, you seem very on edge.
My boyfriend was paid.
Are you not entertained? When you put a Mahindra Roxor in drive, you can count on staying to the grindstone. You'll be hitting
Goes to the grind.
heavy hauling. Staying at it long.
Heavy haul.
So, all day long, stay strong. Get 0% or save thousands on a Mahindra Roxor HD during our spring sales event.
Or save thousands on Roxor HD during our spring sale.
Next to the Monster Mile in Dover, Delaware.
Next
The
Sunday.
High Bank Concrete will host the NASCAR Cup Series at 1 Eastern pre-race.
Plan on doing live race reactions for next Sunday at Dover.
Next Sunday, you'll see it on FS1.
How many people want me to do a 400 laps that weekend?
And it's his first stage win of the year, so he'll be first on to pit road where he'll meet his pit crew. These group of guys made up
Because if I gotta be honest with you, I would rather do what I do during the day, instead of doing it later on at night.
For a tire changer, this is my first full season in Cup. I'm also Shark Attack survivor.
Jake Seminara, I'm the rear tire changer, 19-year veteran, 2-time Cup Series champion with Kyle Busch and Joey Logano.
Jeremy Ogles, tire carrier, 2020 Most Valuable Pit Crew Award winner, 2022 Cup Series champion. Here at my home racetrack in Talladega from Birmingham, Alabama.
Graham Stoddard, Jackman, linebacker, University of Nebraska, 2-time Cup champion.
Nick Hensley, gas man. I got into the sport as a mechanic, and 19 years later, I'm still gassing race cars. I got into the sport as a mechanic, and 19 years later, I'm still gassing race cars.
Paul Wolf up on the box, former Busch North Series driver in NASCAR. Joey Logano's longtime crew chief and Cole Presley. He's the spotter. 38 career wins for Paul Wolf.
You know you're a bad man when a shark bites into you and spits you out. Did you hear that guy?
I heard that.
I thought you were going to fall out of your chair right there.
That's right. Warm them up, boys.
Yeah, you better warm them up because pit road is going to put you in position or take you out of position. We've seen a lot of mistakes today, but these boys need to be on. Regan?
Kevin Joy Logano, everything going right for that team right now. We just met his guys. They're going to go into action at this moment. The race car a little bit loose early on in the race, still just a little bit loose, but he tells the team not bad. Josh?
Number 5 of Kyle Larson has been reporting an issue with the dash in that car, so in addition to 4 tires of fuel, they're going to reach inside and see if they can address that. But the 3 of Austin Dillon said, I need this car just to be loosened up just a little bit to help out Jamie.
12.8 second pit stop for Joey. 13 second pit stop for Larson.
Tighter than it is, 4 tires. Wait on fuel. What a little deep into his box, Mike.
Logano and Cindric will lead them on pit road with Larson and Chastain. However,
Larson gains a spot.
6 make that 6 cars stayed out and there's your stage 2 winner, Joey Logano. First time the 2 stages are going caution-free at Vega.
I have moderate to severe Crohn's disease. Now there's Skyrizi. Things are looking
Now there's Skyrizi.
Feel significant symptom relief at 4 weeks with Skyrizi, including less abdominal pain and fewer bowel movements. Skyrizi is the first IL-23 inhibitor that can deliver remission and visibly improve damage of the intestinal lining. And the majority of people experience long-lasting remission at 1 year. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms, had a vaccine or plan to. Liver problems may occur in Crohn's disease. Now's the time to ask your gastroenterologist how you can take control of your Crohn's with Skyrizi.
Ask your gastroenterologist.
Learn how AbbVie can help you save.
You don't have to be in the race to
to be in the race. The NASCAR Powerball Playoff is back. The 58 is going to win in Phoenix. Enter now for your chance to win a VIP trip for two to the NASCAR Cup Series Championship race at the Phoenix Raceway. With the grand prize winner taking home $1 million. The race winner taking home Powerball. Official lottery game of NASCAR. Home to the NASCAR Powerball Playoff.
Men tell us when they use Just for Men to eliminate gray.
Do you ever want to try that?
Tell us when they use Just for Men to eliminate gray. After the after. That boosts you get when you look and feel your best. And that's why more men choose Just for Men. That boosts you get when you look and feel your best.
Yo.
That's why more men choose Just for Men.
Wait, what?
Do you ever want to try the Powerball playoff?
No. This is so unlikely you win that.
Your grass, remove the weeds. Your backyard, please. Go to the best place that delivers on top brands like Geico, Toro, Stan, and Scott's. No warehouse store can match the convenience of your neighborhood Ace. So stop online or order online. We'll have it ready for pickup in 15 minutes. Or we'll deliver it the same day. Or down the block where you need it in stock. With service so good it's guaranteed. Down the block where you need it in stock. With service so good it's guaranteed.
Penske leading the way today in terms of stage wins. You got stage 1 winner Austin Cindric. Stage 2 just wrapped up, and Joey Logano took that. Those guys out front for the captain, Roger Penske. Hey everyone, welcome to our studios. Shannon and Jamie. One of the big storylines coming into today that kind of has been playing out so far is, could Ford get its first win of the season? How much do you believe that storyline could follow through the rest of the race?
Yeah, I mean, I feel really good. You look at it, they've won both stages, and if you look, I mean, Logano's won here 3 times, Blaney's won here 3 times. Brad Keselowski, who we haven't talked a lot about, a 6-time winner here in Talladega. All those guys are still in the field. I feel like today might be the day for it.
All right, take the Ford out of the equation. Which other driver could give them a run for their money?
I would say the most impressive to me has been Kyle Busch. The fact that he had that penalty early on, had to serve, was a lap down. It didn't take him long to get back to the front, and we've seen him able to race for the stage wins at both stage 1 and stage 2.
Fairly calm race so far, Mike, which means that it could be coming, right?
Yes, it could, Shannon. That's a possibility. At the end of stage 2, time for our incredible bank ones to watch. Clint, we've got an eye on it.
It's been 107 races since he's won. Brad Keselowski, 6-time winner here at Talladega. Got some strategy going his way already. He's the guy. He's in one of them Fords as well.
I'm going to go with 2022 Daytona 500 winner Austin Cindric. I love the guts that it took to pull up in front of that line. Won the first stage, and I think he's in position to have a fast car and have a chance at the end of this race.
I'm leaning into Richard Brickhouse, Dick Brooks, Lenny Pond, Ron Bouchard, Bobby Hillen, Davey Allison, Phil Parsons, Kenny Schrader, Brian Vickers, Brad Keselowski, Ricky Stenhouse, and Bubba Wallace, because they all got their very first win here in Talladega. I'm picking another first-time winner today.
I thought you were supposed to only pick one car. Mike thinks half the field.
Let's say one. I got an S right here.
Yeah.
There's an S behind that one.
He's also got a really good memory. I couldn't remember that many cars to save my life.
Even with the cheat card, yeah. That's your credit one. Bank ones to ones.
That's your credit ones to ones.
Here's your aerial coverage provided by Goodyear, powering every lap, every mile, and every victory on the road ahead. Goodyear, more driven. 63 laps to go. Cheddar's on board for Kyle Busch.
Wait, what?
As we talked about at the very start of the show.
The strategy just continues right here. We saw a whole bunch of cars while we were doing that last piece come down the pit road. Top 9 cars did not come into top off. Every other car in the field behind them came into pit road to top their cars off with fuel. So it's all about time on pit road. Keeping that car full of fuel is ultra important to put yourself in position.
As Pro Shops Cam, Martin Truex.
There we go.
For stage 3, and the Toyota Cam for Bubba Wallace.
Well, you're going to see a really different looking restart right here with all those cars that came an extra time. You're going to have single file line of cars
lined up behind these double wide cars that pitted correctly. The rest of the field will be single file. So something very unique that you don't typically see.
There it is, Kevin. You're exactly right.
And that's a penalty when you come down to pit road. You line up at the tail end of the longest line. So that was a long line.
Wow. That restart was somewhat.
19 different leaders so far today as Ross Chastain tries to get to the front with some help from Kyle Busch.
Today is Ross Chastain.
One of the weirdest restart I've ever seen in my life.
Well, you forget how we used to start single file. And for those of you that are new, you see all these double file restarts. All the restarts used to be single file, and they were too spread out like this one.
Look at this old-fashioned drag race up front. Big block by Chastain moving up in front of him, but both of those sets of cars were tandem there for a minute. Busch pushing Chastain, Cindric into Logano.
Well, you've got three of the best blockers in the sport right there. Ross Chastain, Joey Logano, and Ryan Blaney. And that will be
Ryan Blaney, that's not Blaney, that's Cindric.
This race. We saw it at the end of stage 2 with Joey Logano and Austin Cindric. Put on those mega blocks with a faster group approaching them, slowed them down, and kept themselves from going all the way to the back.
And I will turn on my face cam again with the final 30 laps of the race.
Ricky Stenhouse, Carson Hocevar just ran their personal fastest lap of the race.
Ricky Stenhouse, Carson Hocevar.
Gloves are off. Gloves are on, but pedals right to the floor.
You said it, Kevin. Nobody more aggressive in blocking than Chastain. Maybe we listen along here.
You said it, Kevin. Nobody more blocking than Chastain. Maybe we listen along here.
Even lanes behind you now. Outside. Even lanes behind. Outside. The top's got the 22.283.
See, that's good intel right there. I love what I heard out of Brandon telling him, all right, where's this energy coming from? Who has the better line? You can't see in your rearview mirror past the car behind you, so who's he have for help?
First time we've seen the two Childress cars working together today. The 8 of Kyle Busch, the 3 of Austin Dillon.
Childress cars working together today.
The thing that I like about Austin Cindric and Joey Logano, I feel like Austin Cindric racing with him, he's always been a really good pusher. Joey Logano he's always done everything really well.
Yeah, the trust factor, right? It has to be there. And you have to work well together. That's how you earn the trust. You push well, you push straight, you don't lean on one car or the other and get me in trouble as far as turning me around.
And with your teammates like that, you have more of those conversations than you do with anybody else in the field. And knowing each other's likes and dislikes is very important because this is going to get physical. You're going to have to push really hard. You're going to have to do that until the end of the race.
36 cars on the
Logano and Chastain.
within 2.5 seconds of one another. From first to 20th.
20th. 1 second.
If I'm in the middle or the back of this pack, I'm starting to get antsy because the longer this race goes, the harder it is to pass. We've got coming to 58 laps to go. And I believe you want to start working your way to the front. Sometimes you don't really have that option until things start to get mixed up. But any opportunity that I have, I want to take the aggression level up a notch and put myself in a position to start gaining spots.
58 laps to go, 2 by 2. Talladega is known for 2 things. Last lap lead changes.
And the big one.
And the big one. Been an incident-free race here at Talladega today. So far.
I was born with wings, but
Here we see the big one.
until I got clear skin with Bimzelx. Most people got 100% clear skin, some after the first dose.
Serious side effects, including suicidal thoughts of behavior, infections, and vulnerability to fight them. Liver problems and inflammatory bowel disease have occurred. Tell your doctor if these happen or worsen, or if you've had a vaccine or plan to.
Start to get yourself back with Bimzelx.
Ask your dermatologist about Bimzelx today.
Looks like you need a vacation. Just enter 5-hour energies. Where will the tide take you, sweepstakes? You could win a $10,000 Dream Beach vacation. Go to 5HETide.com to enter. Enter today and find out where the tide will take you.
Feel the manticle. My intro is hello. Killed my family. Tonight, her empire crumbles. Empire crumbles. Kill world rated R. You have milk right now. Do you know it's you have milk right now? Are you afraid to look? Do you know its condition? Are you afraid to look closely? Who cares? Because now you live a life where fresh milk is always prepared. You're going to crisis-free breakfast. Always prepared. You're going to crisis-free breakfast.
Truck Series didn't race this weekend. They will race again. They will race at Talladega in the playoffs race in the fall. But the Xfinity winner was Jesse Love. Oh, Christopher Bell.
Hey, I'm going to Taylor Watson. Oh, Bell. The 51 on the low.
See what happened.
You see those guys right back here.
A bad push, I bet.
Starts getting bottled up. Now watch. Oh yeah, they all choose.
Yeah.
Big time. Elliott gets in the back of Haley. He comes down, gets in a Bell.
Basically just an accordion effect, bad push, and then
Barely missing that. So close. Yeah, it actually started with Alex Bowman up there. Barely up really hard. See a lot of cars. Chase Briscoe. Himself out. Luckily, he spins himself out.
0-2 is all his die into it.
Yep.
Lucky situation right there. You see Alex Bowman backed up right there. It just accordions the back.
Ooh, Elliott, that was close for Chase Elliott.
Bell right there. You look at Briscoe. Look at Ryan Blaney right in the middle of that. Gets rear-ended by Zane Smith. Underneath. On the outside.
Oh, Ryan Blaney got plowed in the wood.
Watch this accordion all the way up through him. Oh, yeah, you see the 38 car of Todd Gilliland actually pull up that red car right there with the generator logo on the front. Elliott missed that. Gosh.
That should have been a blow, but Chase Elliott hit him.
That was really close.
Dude, twist the bell to the flip. Does this see how much he got when he hit that wall?
Hmm.
Checking up. Stay in middle. Watch your first to come down.
Yeah, and Briscoe's really lucky that car spun out, or he would have piled nose first into those cars that came down the racetrack. Listen to the rear tires lock up. Look at that, Clint. You see how aware he is. He had that thing downshifted into first gear. Look at the neutral, whatever he shifted into
Yep,
right
the
there.
spin by Briscoe, and then Bell into the wall.
Wow. He got tagged from behind by Zane Smith.
Yeah, and you saw the right front fender on the 51 pop up when he hit the
Oh, so at the moment of caution, Ross Chastain, at the last scoring loop that they crossed, when the caution came out, he was ahead of Noah Gragson by just that much.
Larry, what's his setup? Probably going to be able to make it to the end from here, right?
I would say pit road will be very busy for fuel only. Yeah, it's still outside the fuel window, but I think now you're a lot closer than you were before that
So,
last caution.
6 cars were involved. Elliott, Blaney, Briscoe, Christopher Bell, Justin Haley, and Zane Smith.
But I can almost promise you, this is not going to be the last caution.
And we'll go from there.
I agree with you on that, Larry. Let's hear some 9 radio.
I don't know why everybody stopped, but they sure did. Yeah, me neither. Before I get out of my mouth, you were in the back of it. Any damage you? Negative. Out of my mouth, you were in the back of him. Any damage?
Yeah, the only thing you hope that doesn't happen is we're looking at the front splitter light right there. When you rear end somebody that hard, you don't want the splitter to become detached from the nose. So looks okay.
Somebody that hard. You don't want
Cleaning up at turn number 3. Christopher Bell, one of those out of the race from this crash.
Number 3. Introducing the most powerful Tacoma ever. Shut the front door handle. Also known as the seriously wrong handle. Also known as the and he's standing. The all-new Toyota.
Okay, why aren't you eating your Cinnabon pull part?
Well, I want to save the best part for last, but it's all the best part.
Why aren't you Toby, eat your breakfast?
all the best part.
The best part of Wendy's Your Breakfast Cinnabon Boulevard is all parts.
The best part of your breakfast Cinnabon part is all the parts.
If it's been over 12 months, then it's time to give your cabin air filter a refresh. Napa and ViroShield cabin air filters keep your HVAC running smooth, filtering pollen, dust, mold, and more. Available now at Napa Auto Care and Auto Parts locations nationwide.
Did you know you can save with GoodRx, even if you have insurance?
You know, I thought my prescription was covered until it wasn't, but GoodRx helped with that.
I work for myself, so I buy my own insurance. And I still check GoodRx.
I'm on Medicare. I check GoodRx because it can be
Another good reason to check GoodRx.
even if you have insurance. GoodRx
When you're taking notes.
We'll see you next time.
Another good reason to check GoodRx.
You can safeguard the bed by throwing almost anything at it. The other side features
Comments.
Whether text heavy duty impact, you can safeguard.
Yeah, Justin Haley was having a good run. Yeah. This is only our first caution of the race for incident. Yeah.
Really bad guy.
Going down in the blazing fire. Well, that's all we're doing. They die at the end. Exactly.
Bell is out of the race. Justin Haley was pushed back to pit road with flat front tires, but he's in his pit getting service. And here come all the lead lap cars.
Justin Haley was pushed back to pit road with flat front tires, but he's in his pit.
Back and full and get them going. Careful in and out of the box. A lot of communication here with the crew chief spotter. Not spending much time in those boxes, which means they're pulling out in and out in front of one another.
Yeah, we got to really watch. You see those fuel men, possibility to run over each other and drag the fuel can off as well.
Austin Dillon, one of those that got impeded exiting his pit as other cars further back in line were pulling into theirs. So Logano picks up 3 spots, leaving pit road ahead of Barry, Gregson, and Cindric. The first 9 cars did not stop. They'll likely be in next time around.
Wait,
You like Dr. Pepper Zero Sugar?
Yes.
Okay.
You like Dr. Pepper Zero Sugar?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Men tell us when they use Just for Men to eliminate gray, there's a great before and after. Then there's the after the after. Men tell us when they use Just for Men to eliminate, and that's why more men choose Just for Men. Then there's the largest national retailer of steel power tools, gas or battery. Find this whole lineup at a warehouse store. You can find it at Ace. Order online for free pickup.
National retailer of steel power, gas or battery. You won't find the full lineup.
Sorry, party's canceled. Waiting for the cable internet guy.
First, I had cable, but those cords were in me. So he switched Get home internet from T-Mobile now, just $50 a month.
With Armor All, a little bit of this.
Get home internet.
Protects you
T-Mobile now.
of that.
With Armor All, a little bit of this.
More clean. Buy $20, get 5 back from May 31st.
Bacon.
Copyright.
Less work, more clean. Buy $20, get 5 back through May 31st.
Bacon. 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 Introducing Applebee's new whole lotta bacon burger.
Car insurance, and I saved hundreds. That's great. I know, I've been telling everyone. How many people did you tell? Only pay for what you need.
Even at Talladega, life imitates art. Regan.
Mike, I've seen a lot of things on pit road before, but this is an absolute first. This is Frenchie the Painter. He is from New Orleans. He is a live-action painter right now as the race is going on. He's painting
Oh,
live
that's
action
cool.
pit stop
That's interesting.
from Chris Buescher's pit stall, doing a
Yeah.
fantastic job. Something
Frenchie the
new every
Painter.
time we come to Talladega.
That's cool.
That's pretty cool. Maybe you'll get to paint Victory Lane today. 51 laps to go. Now let's talk about the 8 drivers who have not pitted under this caution. Anthony Alfredo, all the way back to Brad Keselowski. What's the thinking there?
You're out of my pay grade here, Mike.
Clint?
Well, I mean, if they're going to, I'm going to pass it down too, but I would think if their thought was to stay out and top off at the end like we've seen in these other scenarios, that would be the play. But now I would think with inside
Ride or
of
fry.
46 to go, or 46 laps is our fuel window, 50 to go here, that's close enough. You could probably save the fuel to get to the end, right?
But I think, Clint, if you didn't come the first time, you might as well wait till 1 to go. And that's what their plan is.
Okay.
Coming to 1 to go.
But now you lost your track position.
Fans here at the track are enjoying the perfect pair as Wendy's visits Talladega Boulevard. Ross Chastain, Daniel Suarez, and Shane Van Gisbergen got to play some mini golf, while hundreds of fans dined on fries and Frosties. Everybody found their perfect teammate this weekend with Wendy's. So, Clint, who is your ride or fry this weekend?
Well, I told you, Keselowski, I like what he's doing. There's a lot of strategy going on. But that ride or fry, that Wendy's activation is unparalleled. Everybody was at that Wendy's activation. Free biggie bag, a Frosty. My gosh, a Frosty with a big old good fries. Kevin, I had a few of those, as a matter of fact. Not just a couple, I said a few. Every day they were giving away free biggie bags for everybody in this infield. That helps soak up some headaches.
So with 50 laps to go, everyone came in to top off except the first 7 cars. Corey LaJoie came in 1 lap ago, and that leaves an even 5.
So now
Barry,
another,
Grayson, Hemrick, Burton, Van
probably
Gisbergen.
another weird single file restart.
2 less laps.
Probably another restart where the longest line's going to be singular.
Well, clearly, if it goes green to the end,
Single
that's when
file.
this situation presents itself. Other than that, as long as if some cautions come to give you some help, now you're talking a track position game. You're going to have to go get it back.
Less than 50 laps to go.
Saturday on Fox, the United Football League continues with hard-hitting action. You'll see Birmingham, Houston, or San Antonio takes on Arlington. Saturday at 7 Eastern on Fox. Kyle Busch lined up 11th for this restart. We listened into their radio.
Depending on what the pace is, that probably puts you within 2 to 5, 6 laps of your get home. 1 caution would probably get you where you need to be, or you aggressively save. That's going to help you out too, obviously. So it's kind of a little bit of a tricky spot there. Got all that.
All
So
right.
once again, we have
Green
the cars
flag
in the
back
front
out.
that did not come in to top off, with everybody who did single file behind them for the restart.
Those two teammates matching paint schemes. Don't get those confused. That's tough on a spotter. Only difference is basically the color of their numbers on the roof. That's what those guys can see.
Red roof for Barry, white roof for Gregson.
Pretty good ad for your company, though, with two of those things leading that pack.
Look pretty smart right now, don't
Yep. Here comes a big run. Chastain off the bumper of McDowell on that outside. Look at that run. Here they come.
Comes to the outside.
Must have overstocked on decals this week.
You see Hemrick wanting to move up. There he is. Sees that
Ooh.
run. Move up, take it.
Really close.
Chastain thought about going around him. Wanted to.
Oh,
Well, you definitely have a couple of different scenarios here.
oh
You got the
man,
guys
I
that are
can feel a
two
wet
laps
coming.
shorter that stayed out when the other guys came in to top
You know
off.
that?
So it's
It's getting pretty. It's getting more intense.
SVG has impressed me. He has drove to the front, put that car in track position time and time again. Nobody with no help.
Yeah.
As soon as he gets
Daniel
up there,
Hemrick
doesn't matter what lane he's
going
in,
to
the
the front.
outside, the middle, or the bottom, nobody will go with him.
Daniel Hemrick has been impressive. This is the third time that he has put that 31 out front today.
Here comes McDowell on his outside, back to the front where he started this race. You know that car's got some speed in it.
Michael McDowell won his second career pole here yesterday. That 34 is headed back to the front.
Yep.
But you got the middle and the back of the pack really protecting themselves from a fuel standpoint right now, making sure that they're going to be where they need to be from their fuel number. You've probably got some of those guys up front. I think in that first 6, 5, 6, 7 cars that stayed out might not think that they can make it.
McDowell to the front.
This will need help. This will all play out as we get towards the end of this race. You see Michael McDowell, our pole sitter from today, work his way all the way back to the front of the pack, and he's going to be able to start dictating what he wants what he wants his pace to be.
Somebody's acting not to do Ross number on his
Those guys that
door
came
for
in and
some
topped
reason.
off are right on that brink of the edge. So
It like
run
it
this thing as
blends
hard
in
as
with
you
the
can.
things.
Force those guys to put more fuel down, burn fuel, make sure they have to pit as well.
Austin Dillon leading the outside now. Daniel Suarez teammate. Ross Chastain in the one, leading the middle lane.
Well, look at that. Yeah. So Kyle Busch, we heard him talk about his strategy and the things that he needed to do to save. You see him 50%. You see Michael McDowell 100%.
So Kyle Busch, we heard him talk about his strategy.
Harrison Burton, fourth car inside up there with the leaders for the Wood brothers. He spent Wednesday giving rides at Charlotte to Mustang owners in an Australian V8 supercar. Said he had a blast doing it.
Well, he's having a blast today by being up in front of the pack. We've seen that 21 Wood Brothers Ford Mustang.
I had never seen them save that on a super speedway.
46 laps to go, still looking for that 100th win.
Speaking of
There
round
where they
numbers,
used to be full throttle the entire time.
lead changes so far for this season. This is only the third time in NASCAR history where we've had 300 lead changes in the first 10 races.
Wait, can you hear my mic?
Well,
Yeah, I can hear you.
Unique races this year. I would put this
I was
one into
really
that
doubtful
category
that my mic wasn't working
all
like that.
the different strategies and scenarios have played out. And we still have, a couple scenarios that have to play out towards the end of this race. But
Suarez, he'd have a quiet race. He's up there.
is going to play into the scenario.
This reminds me of the 2015 Pat Tips.
The closer we get to the end of this race, the more those bumpers are going to be used on the front of these cars.
The bigger that caution's going to be.
And look at the urgency of these drivers now, trying to position themselves, trying to get to the front, trying to be right up there with that front pack. That's 12 cars under a blanket right there.
Well, that's what's impressive about McDowell. As I noted, you knew that car had the speed, and when it was time to go to the lid, he was one of those guys that
Bowman is up in second.
17 positions all within.
Yeah, Bowman's actually my pick to win this race. Bowman's actually my pick to win the fall race.
Larry, are you at all concerned about McDowell's fuel.
Byron's my pick to win this Talladega spring race, and Bowman's my pick to win the fall race.
He goes 100%, very, very little. He's down.
I'm more concerned about the people in the top lane by the wall.
He can only run about 38 laps, so when you look at that, compared to 44 to go, definitely short right now. There are Richard Petty laps to go here at Talladega.
Then I'll turn my face cam on within 30 laps to go.
When you have chronic kidney disease, there are places you'd like to be. Like here.
When you have chronic kidney, there are places you'd like to be.
Not so much here.
Like here.
Farxiga reduces the risk of kidney failure, which can lead to dialysis.
Not so much here.
Farxiga can cause serious side effects, including ketoacidosis that may be fatal, dehydration, urinary tract or genital yeast infections, and low blood sugar. A rare life-threatening bacterial infection in the skin of the perineum could occur. Stop taking Farxiga and call your doctor right away if you have symptoms of this infection, an allergic reaction, or ketoacidosis.
When you have chronic kidney disease, it's time to ask your doctor for Farxiga, because there are places you want to be.
If you can't afford your medication, AstraZeneca may be able to help. Toby, why aren't you eating your Cinnabon pull apart?
Well, I wanted to save the best part for last, but it's all the best part. I don't know where to begin.
Toby, eat your breakfast. Toby, why aren't you eating your...
The best part of Wendy's new breakfast Cinnabon pull apart is all the parts.
Toby, eat your breakfast.
Wendy's new breakfast Cinnabon pull apart is all the
Your Wyndham is waiting. Because after crushing yesterday's meeting, you deserve a little me time. With 24 trusted brands by Wyndham to choose from, your Wyndham is waiting. Get the lowest price at WyndhamHotels.com.
He's here. Anyone want a Coors Light?
Oh shoot, I forgot to play the song. I gotta go. Fix this.
Give. Now it's time to get with Straight Talk Wireless. You get unlimited data, talk, and text. You get America's most reliable 5G network. You get to choose who gets on your family plan starting at just $25 a line. You doesn't have to be family. It doesn't have to be family.
Get more lines and more savings. Switch to Straight Talk for plans starting as low as $25 a line. Find us at Walmart and StraightTalk.com.
All the parts you need at the prices you want. Guaranteed to fit every time. So you can keep your ride or die alive.
Toby, why aren't you eating your Cinnabon pull apart?
Well, I wanted to save the best part for last, but it's all the best.
Eat your breakfast. Toby, why aren't you eating your...
Smell it. The best part of Wendy's new breakfast Cinnabon pull apart is all the parts.
Toby, eat your breakfast.
The Geico
Oh,
500
that.
on Fox is sponsored by eBay Motors.
Oh, I still have not yet made my community post saying my top 5 Talladega races I watched as a NASCAR fan.
Wait, what?
I still need to make my community post saying my top 5 favorite Talladega races of
Oh, yeah.
I've watched as a NASCAR fan. Looks like everything's starting to get more spread out.
Yeah.
First time on an oval track in a stock car. Last year he won on the streets of Chicago. In this series,
They're too worried about saving the ass.
and we put together some of his in-car radio.
Weirdly, they say 3 wide for like the entire first 2 stages. Now they're like, oh, it was say single file and wet on the final lap.
I didn't even think about that. That's good info. Okay. You like the car beat and car stuff? Go with me. Little feedback from the picture here. They want you to be, while we're changing tires, you be more aggressive coming into the box. slide them, lock them up and slide them. They like it when you lock them up and you okay, coming. Rotation tires, keep all aggressive coming into the
He's keeping a great account of himself for the year in the top 10. With under 40 laps to go.
Man, is that a right foot or a left foot, guys?
Heck's a foot. Well, they have the metric system over there.
That's right. And Shane's done a great job. He's run several Xfinity races now. On Superspeedways, road courses, ovals. First oval cup race here this weekend at Talladega. So there's always a lot to learn, but he's doing a great job.
Superspeedways, road courses, ovals. First oval cup race.
Now the leader, Kittle in second. Keselowski third, Larry.
Yeah, Mike, we've been watching some interesting strategy with this 6 car. He topped off at lap 138 right before we went back grade. Restarted 28th. He and Matt McCall just had the conversation. We're going to run like hell. We're not going to let people save fuel. And right now, he's 100% throttled around this racetrack.
Just had the conversation. We're going to run like hell. We're going to
see Matt there in the bottom left.
Fuel. And right now, he's 100%.
I think that's definitely the strategy. Okay, we're not going to make it. Let's make these guys run hard. And we've kind of seen that with the first 2 cars there of Michael McDowell, Gill, and Brad Keselowski. We're not going to try to make everybody pick up the pace.
Keselowski trying to force their hand. What about the leader? We listen in.
Looks like the Toyotas are coming to pit road.
Yep.
Six cars have come to pit road.
There's Tyler Reddick in that fire Jordan scheme.
Here's the other part of the equation, right? These guys are going to force their hands. We'll pit now.
Toyotas, all of them.
Yeah, and this is what we talked about earlier. There's some of those gamblers out there, some of those guys that feel like they can mix the strategy up and put themselves in a better position by getting out of the pack where everybody's saving and just come into pit road and get ahead of the game. Larry?
Guys, if they stay organized, doing fuel only, if they'll get organized and lined up, they should be able to stay on the lead lap. And should that caution come and somebody wants to pit, they have got that track position. They are good to go. They pitted with 37 to go. They even have a little insurance with that.
Well, they're not necessarily all organized. You see the gap in between them. There's 4 cars out in front of the other 2.
They need those other 2 to catch up. Probably can't afford to widen out Kevin and let them, though.
Tyler Reddick got out first.
And the leaders have realized that. I mean, the pace now, the last lap was a 50-66, so they've realized that they wanted to push the pace, and now everybody's realizing that they need to push the pace because these guys pitted early. They're a little bit unorganized, the cars that just pitted, but they're going to get organized and start to run some better lap times.
But those lead cars, they have formed up in 2 organized groups.
Look at them widen out here, Kevin. What are they doing?
Yeah, when they widen out like that, they're just trying to create a bigger hole to just let those guys pull up faster.
Which is exactly what happened. They caught them and put them right back single file.
Good catch.
Now like that, they're just trying to create a bigger hole.
So McDowell leading the race, as you see in the map at the top of the screen, and Tyler Reddick leading the group that just came off pit road.
So McDowell leading.
Here's Kyle Busch's team reacting to those Toyota pit stops.
Just came.
The Toyotas just pitted, so they topped off so they can run hard this whole time. So we're trying to get a plan here.
They threw the first shot over the bow, and they are, just like Larry said, you're going to need all of them. They're single file, all those Toyotas together. That's a good move. It's going to force these guys off their plan here.
And we'll keep tabs of this. These Toyotas are 35 seconds back of the leader with 34 laps to go.
Well, they're also fast, and we saw the leader run 50-30. We've seen the Toyotas right there. First car was a 50-07. Cars pulling up 49.9s and 49.7. So
that pack's in trouble.
They're gonna have to make another plan or commit to running as long as they can. But these guys are.
Oh.
It's Bubba Wallace and Eric Jones.
No, Bubba, no.
That's exactly what happened.
Oh, oh my God! Holy shit!
Eric Jones's car.
Now this is the group, the Toyota group, guys. They were single file driving on.
What the heck?
Getting into turn 3.
Oh my God, dude, that was a massive hit.
Are you kidding me right now?
Oh, and John Hunter Nemechek as well. So that is half or more of the
Let's go! Hamlin on it.
Jones has put the win on it down. The NASCAR safety team is right there. Let's
Yeah,
get a
not
replay.
Wow, we deserve that. With how this race has gone for Denny Hamlin, this might be actually the worst I've. Yeah, that is probably the worst I've seen Denny Hamlin at a Superspeedway. Absolutely.
One of those two cars. And chaos results.
The worst performance I've seen Denny Hamlin at a Superspeedway.
One of those two cars. Okay, here it is. John Hummer Nemechek. You see,
Let's see what happened.
the 42 car into the 23. Well, see him move up.
Oh.
The 23 actually gets it.
Oh.
And then they start moving around, stacking them up.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but what we were talking about
Keep in
earlier.
mind, that's at 190 miles per hour.
Look at that. See the back
Yeah.
of the cars moving around, and as they're moving
See,
around,
just too aggressive pushing.
they're all connected in a
That's the thing. Too aggressive pushing.
Yeah, that's the number 42's fault. The 23
Yeah.
don't do anything. Oh my God. I have seen probably some of the most massive hits in these next simulations.
Yeah, that was big.
Some of the hard
And
hits I've seen.
the Nemechek
How
came
did
down and
Hamlin
flipped
even
Hamlin.
get involved?
Oh,
Oh,
Nemechek
the
clipped him.
down.
Boom. Oh. Really? Both of my favorite drivers got involved in that crash.
they're misaligned.
It's okay.
Go on Facebook right now. Dude, Facebook's gonna be so fun to go on right now.
At least Reddick didn't get involved in that beautiful Jordan scheme.
Yeah.
Now we'll get NASCAR's view from the 42 of John Hunter Nemechek.
I'm doing Facebook, see what people are saying.
Wow, he hit Hamlin really hard and sent Denny into the outside wall and almost a 90-degree angle. Looks as if traditionally, Martin Truex and Ty Gibbs got through of the 6 Toyotas that all pitted together.
Well, we talked about living on the side of aggression, and that is one of those scenarios where they all realized that they were in the right spot to be able to put themselves in position to gain a bunch of time, and they were all trying to capitalize, but it is so easy to get yourself in trouble over those bumps going into turn 3. And I know you haven't driven this car here, Clint, but it is so rigid in order to get the speed out of the car that you just sacrifice the ride quality over that tunnel in turn 3, and they just got misaligned right there, and that is a really good play.
My
But Nelly jumped his car up sideways, which put Wallace's car on the wrong side of that. Got it wiggling, stacks them up, they got run over. But I can't.
I don't think anyone has said anything on the awful Facebook.
Tyler Reddick was ahead of it all. You got a car bumper to bumper, and when that thing bounced, it just amplified everything. Aaron Jones did it. He did.
Yeah.
And that is just the worst.
Yeah, his heads don't feel good, Mario.
Yeah, that does not feel good at all. Ouch. At least Reddick's still in this.
Six Toyotas pitted together, 4 of them involved in that crash. And pit road is open. Michael McDowell leads them down. Looks like almost all of the lead lap cars are coming in.
Well, that bad situation created a great scenario for everybody else to take all the questions out of it.
Sure did. Saved a lot of them.
All right.
I can't find anything on Facebook about the rumors complaining about Wallace.
Now Carson Hocevar did not stop.
Toyota's gotta be the dumbest manufacturer in NASCAR right now.
Toyota's out of the 500 here in Talladega.
Toyota Racing is looking for iron stomachs that can stand the pressure. This season,
Toyota Softbox Power Up.
Toyota Racing is looking for quick draw thumbs that leave their own smoke trail.
I mean, for real, almost all Toyota is gone.
I got some really bad news right now. This is from Noah Lewis on Twitter. Sounds is saying my bet to Myrtle Puss now, right now.
Oh no. No.
Mm-hmm.
That is not good. I hope he's all right. That was huge.
I just saw that on Twitter right now.
That's my team out there.
If our network goes down, lives are at stake.
Our comms have to work.
Well, the mission won't.
That's why they partner with Verizon Frontline, a network that truly prioritizes first responders.
So we don't worry about getting through. And they're the most reliable 5G network in America.
So the only Toyotas left in this race are Tyler Reddick, Martin Truex Jr., and Ty Gibbs.
The number one network choice in public safety. It's your mission. It's your Verizon.
The number one network choice in public safety. Learn more. It's your mission. Your Verizon. All the prices you want. Guaranteed to fit every time. You can keep your ride or die alive. Bacon. Introducing Applebee's new whole lot of bacon burger. Just $9.99 for a limited time. Applebee's. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood. Here's one thing we can all agree on. Having more choices beats having less choices. That's why we make a range of Ford F-150 pickups for any job. Whether that job is getting heavy things where they need to go.
I'll be saying on Twitter if I get any more updates about it.
If Ford does not win this weekend, it is an absolute failure. With everything they have going on, they need to win the race this weekend to stop the bleeding.
Someone said Sones has gotten out of the VAR. I don't know if that's true or not.
Thursday, brought to you by NASCAR on Fox. This becoming the Harvick Family Podcast?
Well, it can be, for sure. Piper and I, how are you going? Now you're going to be shy, but this is the great part about retirement, folks. I get to bring Keelan and Piper to the racetrack and have fun and not worry about how hard I have to hit anything or stressing out about fuel mileage or anything like that. So, who's this? Rex? We got Rex. Cool. Regan?
Bubba Wallace checking the release from the infield care center. Bubba, we saw the contact going into turn 3 there. Kind of looking like maybe there was a bump there over the tunnel. What took place from your perspective?
No, just we were all pushing really hard to keep our line going. We had a plan and just didn't execute it as well as we should. So, paid for our Linos team. Look forward to running these places, and then you just get trapped in somebody else's mess. But I hate it. It doesn't make us look good at all. But all in all, we'll just reset and go to Dover. We got a long way to go. We're fine. Just frustrating.
Thanks, Bubba.
I hate it. It doesn't make us look good at all. But all in all, we'll just reset and go to Dover. We got a long way to go. We're fine. Just Wilder to get Eric Jones out of his car. Let's rejoin Regan.
Denny Hamlin also checked the release from the care center. Denny, it seemed like you were maybe going to have that clear right there. How late was it when you got clipped? Could you do anything different?
I'm not sure. I didn't. I just saw the 43 get turned, and then I got turned. So I'm really not sure which one will happen first. But yeah, I'm not really sure. Obviously, there was a bad push up towards the front, and it wiped us all out. So it's just poetic.
Thanks, Dan.
That's all I got. All right.
Thanks, Dan.
Denny Hamlin looked like he had this one missed. Cars quickly came down track and swept him up, and he took a hard hit to the outside. Glad he's okay.
Yeah, literally my favorite driver and my alternate favorite driver. Both shirts I'm wearing, Denny Hamlin and Bubba Wallace, are out in the same freaking crash.
Well, it's going to get good. I can promise you that. This is going to get physical. We saw the strategy play out with the Toyotas. I feel like Clint. I feel like they had the upper hand right there, and they just, I'd say, it's kind of made an epic mistake. Yeah.
All right, so 4 Fords in one lane, 3 Toyotas leading the other.
I'd say
they're starting to form up.
Mistake, yeah. All right, so 4 Fords, 3 Toyotas leading.
Truex and Gibbs missed that wreck right there. That we're in that group.
I see a lot of hungry race car drivers. McDowell, Daytona 500 winner.
Somebody's had said anything about him.
107 races. It's been Truex, never a Superspeedway win. Gregson, new to this 10 car. Kyle Busch, he's hungry. Gibbs, his first win.
Well, the first 12 haven't won this year.
Look out.
Yeah.
Kyle Busch,
Rick Jones, good news, just checked in, released from the Infield Care Center. Got him on his feet. 27 laps to
All right, 27 to go. It's like I think everyone just took fuel, so we're fine. This was just the race is finished now. It's on. Please, Braddock.
So I think Zones is fine. I'm not sure.
Nobody can take it from you.
A lot of pushing on the outside of Ike's 4 Fords lined up on the bottom.
Bumpers locked up. Keselowski, McDowell there.
Yeah, they just got to be careful over that patch into turn 3. We saw it with just a few cars. These cars are going to have a lot more momentum than those 7 or 8 cars of those Toyotas that just wrecked. So definitely you got to be on your toes back.
Zones up Luis on the Tucson. We looked that down the left one with
push some cars and spin a bunch of them out, but he does not care. He's going to push as hard as he can to try to put himself in position to win, and that's the risk that you take sometimes.
Let's join Reagan with Eric Jones.
Mike, Eric Jones taking the hardest hit in that incident right there. First off, Eric, are you okay, and what happened?
Yeah, I'm a little sore, but be all right. I don't know. The 23 was pushing us there. Obviously, we were pushing and shoving to try to make time with our strategy, and I got pretty sideways getting into 3 and tried to gather it up, and then ended up really hard into the wall. So, yeah, it's unfortunate. I ate it for my team and my guys. Obviously, wanted to work out and have a good run, but I'm all right. That's a good thing. It was a hard hit, and at the end of the day, I guess you're going to be dumb. You got to be tough. So keep rolling.
All right, thanks, Eric. Glad you're okay.
Starting to see McDowell moving around, managing those lines, the runs that are coming, both top and bottom. Can't be slow to that block, though, and miss. Obviously, he wants to remain down on the bottom in front of those 3 Fords, the best spot for him. But slow that momentum down to that outside line. Just don't miss. There he is, moving back down to the bottom. Textbook.
Yeah, and that's where that spotter really comes into play as to where the momentum is.
McDowell currently leading, or Keselowski.
Stacked up right here, which lanes are going forward, and that's what those spotters are looking for as well. Which lane is moving to help Michael McDowell know, not only from his mirror but from the roof, what the opinion is on where he needs to go.
Still 31 cars on the lead lap and in this lead draft in contention. I see the 4th car still able to push harder on one another. The way the bumpers line up is just a little bit better. Those Toyotas I've seen, if you look on that outside row, Truex, even Gibbs off the bumper of Busch's Chevy was sideways a couple times.
Yeah, you see it right there.
Ooh.
As soon as they touch one another, it's kind of like an arrowhead hits it. Got to be careful walking across the bumper. That's what happened with Eric Jones. Now, those 3 Toyotas on the outside are the only 3 cars that did not pit under this caution. It's because they had just pitted under green 6 laps prior to the rest of the field. Lots of speed in that 34 car. That's your pole sitter, the fastest car in this racetrack.
exactly where that car needs to be efficient. Utilize that speed in front of everybody.
And you see that middle lane with Todd Gilliland come up behind
this song becomes
right
blue
there
light
to
now.
make up that gap. And that middle lane will really get a big run when you get those gaps and people pull out a line to try to go top or bottom.
Quick block by Busch.
They'll come around to 22 laps to go. Michael McDowell and Tyler Reddick leading at Talladega. Will take you back side by side one more time.
Yeah, but at least this will be the last commercial break.
Yeah.
This season, racing.
Or planned commercial breaks.
Iron stomachs that can stand the pressure. Quick draw thumbs that leave their own smoke trail. So hold on tight and strap yourself in. This season, we want you. Join us at Toyota Racing. Bacon. We want you.
Bacon. Introducing Applebee's new whole lot of bacon burger. Just $9.99 for a limited time. Applebee's.
When we say it'll be on time, they expect it to be on time.
Or should they? To your advantage.
Keep those expectations with Iowa ground shipping.
It's USPS Ground Advantage. Contract with Deal of the Race. During this year's Craftsman Truck Series, we're giving race fans fucking deals on tools to power through the project. That's teams and fans alike.
Current Deal of the Race. From outdoor care to home and auto repair. Do it fast. Do it proud. Do it with Craftsman. The 2-minute drill. Goal line stands. Toe taps. Strip sacks. We believe in beer snakes. And giddy up. And whatever this guy's doing. We believe in speed, power, muscle, grit. And that nothing is more dangerous than a man with a dream.
A score is born in the UFL.
We believe in football. The United Football League. Saturday at 7 Eastern on Fox.
What does it take to become a legend? Maybe it's simply knowing that new legacies are built one lap at a time.
Phone call from the boss? Sorry. Outdoor time. It's me time. I hear that. That's why we protect all your vehicles here. But hey, nothing wrong with sticking it to the boss.
Oh, Flo, you gotta take that. Why would that concern me? Because you're. Aren't you the.
We never actually discussed hierarchy.
Okay, why don't we just stick to letting Gabe know how much he can save when he bundles his home or auto
There
with
you
his
go.
motor?
Nothing big so far.
It's funny because I'm not boss material.
19 laps to go. Michael McDowell trying to hold back both lanes now, with Reddick on the outside and Keselowski on the inside. Jamie.
I talked to Michael McDowell before the start of this race. He said, I love that we're starting up pole. He said, leading this race is exactly where I want to be all day long. I want to control the pace. Well, the good news is the team told him he is good to go on fuel. And Michael was quick to note, I've pushed a few guys to victory lane at this place, but I've never had the push I need to drive it into victory lane. Perhaps that changes today.
This will be Michael McDowell's third win if he wins.
I've never had the push.
That outside lane has got themselves to be door to door with Michael McDowell, so he's not going to have any luxury of working both lanes to try to keep both lanes at bay as they've worked themselves all the way back to the front of the pack and side by
And
side
no
with
big
his car.
ones.
Yep.
Fords on the inside, 3 Toyotas in front of Kyle Busch's Chevy on the outside.
Well, that's my question. All right, if we do inch ahead of him, and I need my help, and that help is Truex and Gibbs behind him, do I move down, take that line away? Man, Keselowski can lock bumpers and push Kenny.
I'll post my top 5 favorite Talladega races when the race is over. In all my community posts.
His momentum correct. You see those cars behind him. Being really good at timing it on the straightaway right here. You see it again. Kind of just pushed him out there that time, but off of turn 2, he's been doing a really good job of getting that timing right. You see him right out of the triangle, right to the back bumper. instead of having a gap and having to lift before he gets out of the tri-oval. So
his car reacts faster than others. Saw him get tight getting into 3, created a little bit of a gap there, and then it goes straight back to the bumper. Quick to react.
Yeah, one thing Blair just said in my ear is a strategy that I preferred to do on a super speedway. Instead of lifting off the throttle, you'll drag the brake a little bit to be able to keep the RPM up and just check that car up just a little bit with a little bit of brake pressure. So I always thought that allowed me to be a little bit closer to the car in front of me. It's obviously not something you can do the whole race, but you can do that.
16 rows back, 2 by 2, 31 cars in the lead draft within 2 seconds of the lead. Larry Mack, 16 laps to go.
What I did, Mike, I went back and looked at the last 9 super speedway races between Daytona and Talladega in the Gen 7 car area. And the numbers skewed because of one race 2 years ago where we ran the final 68 laps caution-free at Talladega. But the average of the last caution, 15 to go, which today would be laps 173. We've had overtimes in those 9 races. Talladega, in fact, has had a combined total of 18 overtime finishes. Wow. We've had overtimes in those 9 races. Talladega, in fact, has had a combined total.
Well, I want to go back to that strategy of Brad Keselowski and the dragging of the brake, because it also helps you in the corner as well when you get those runs. And
Ooh,
he's really doing a good job of utilizing that to make the timing right on these runs off the straightaway.
Gregson got in the left rear corner of Reddick. That was really, really close, turning him around into the field.
Yeah, and those are those types of moments that could be the moment that causes the complete melee.
Really, really close. The Toyotas don't seem to be doing much bump drafting, and they haven't seemed to be able to pull up even with McDowell's number 34.
You see how McDowell moved up? Look at the gap. He just drove off from Keselowski, but a huge shot from Noah Gragson into Keselowski drove him right back to that McDowell.
He just drove off from Keselowski, but a huge shot from Noah Gragson into Keselowski.
Momentum is so powerful, the energy that's created from those lines. That's why those blocks and that communication with that spotter are so crucial. The timing of that cannot be off at least a little bit. You'll either miss it or cause the melee.
Talladega, the scene of Keselowski's last trophy. A little bit, but it's been a while. You'll either miss it or cause the melee.
Yeah, it's been like 3 years since his last win.
Yeah. He's in a good spot for it, Mike. 6-time winner here. Got a lot of help with those Stewart Haas cars behind him. Good scenario with Ford in front of him.
Well, there's 16 guys. The first 16 cars have not won a race this year, and there's several of them that were on that list. I've been on that list, obviously, 115 races. We talked about it on the podcast this week. We lost our sponsor that day and came out and was able to beat Jamie McMurray to the start-finish line and break that streak. So Talladega is a place that all these guys know, especially the guys that are up in the front. This is a place where you can make it happen.
Last time by, Reddick was the leader at the line, but going off into turn number 1, McDowell again forged to the front, and Gregson, I mean, he's on the back bumper of Keselowski like a dog on a mailman.
Yeah.
McDowell again.
Yeah, and as this race gets closer and closer to the end, the pushes will get harder and harder until they're too hard.
Well, they're already getting there. I mean, I've seen Truex off the bumper, Reddick slamming that thing. Keselowski is giving McDowell all he needs. This is definitely ratcheting up. It causes a accordion effect down in the back of the field, too.
McDowell, all he needs is
6, 7, 8. Look back in there. Look how fast. If those guys are doing that up front, it just gets way worse as it goes back to the field.
Toyota and Chevy at the front, or Toyota and Ford at the front. The Chevys are Busch and Chastain in 8th and 9th. Suarez and Bowman 11, 12, and Stenhouse and Byron further back. Chevys are Busch and Chastain in 8th and 9th. Suarez and Bowman 11, 12. 12 laps to go at Talladega. Give us 10 minutes. We'll give you a great finish. But first, in case you missed it, it's been a pretty calm day through stages 1 and 2 here at Talladega. Finish, but first, in case those 2 stages, caution-free, Chris Buescher threading the needle with Ryan Preece as the Penske cars tried to hold the back. And Ford swept the stages with Cindric and Logano.
And Preece, as the Penske cars tried to hold the back.
6-car pileup back at lap 133. Christopher Bell went to the garage in that one. As Chase Elliott and Ryan Blaney snuck through. Toyotas all pitted together, came out. They had a good plan until John Hunter Nemechek got into the back of Bubba Wallace, who got into Aaron Jones, and then Nemechek caught Denny Hamlin sliding down off the banking. And just like that, 3 fast Toyotas were out of this race.
And then Nemechek caught
Here we are then. Sir Michael McDowell out front, battling Tyler Reddick on the outside lane with help from the 19 of Martin Truex as we come to 10 to go.
Out front, battling.
And right there, you saw Tyler Reddick be so close to being able to clear Michael McDowell, and that would be what he would prefer, to try to control both lanes instead of this constant back and forth as to being side by side. So that outside lane, I still believe the Toyotas can push really good if they can get lined up appropriately, Clint.
That's the key. Truex certainly can. A lot of speed out of that car. You can see the aggression.
The sign though flew wide, but I'm still now the second one.
To be very careful on that though.
That outside lane seems to be able to stay more consistently lined up. I think with the big runs that Brad Keselowski and Noah Gragson keep getting, and right there you see Brad is able to actually clear Tyler Reddick, but he's going to stay down low, stay with those Fords for now. But the thing that Michael McDowell has to be careful of as we get towards the end of this race is doing what he's been doing, and that is getting too far out, to where Brad can kind of snake through and get to the top side as we get towards the end of this run, because right now those Fords are committed to Michael McDowell, and he knows that.
4 Fords lead the inside lane, 3 Toyotas lead the outside lane. Chevy's lined up right behind them, ready to
Coming
bounce.
to 8 to go.
4 Fords lead the inside lane, 3 Toyotas lead the outside lane.
Yeah, you can see.
McDowell leads it with 8 to go.
I think it's Priest.
Yeah, those sides on that they won those 2
Now that they've sped up, I mean, think about it. Earlier in the day when we had those outside lines that could drive at the front at will, they were running 54-second laps. We're running 4 seconds faster.
And when you're back there like that, you're just trying to make something happen that might work out, because there's really nowhere to go when these guys are nose to tail, bumper to bumper pushing, because there's just no speed left in your car. But you're hoping that they get jammed up and maybe get 3 or 4 more guys to pop out of line to try to make your lane have a little bit more power.
That's the key. It's going to take more cars than 3 or 4.
Michael McDowell has been the Pied Piper. He's now led as many laps as his car number as we come to 7 to go.
35 laps led.
This is where it's going to get hard for Michael McDowell. Those runs are going to come faster. They're going to come harder. They're going to have a lot of energy. That spotter's going to earn his money.
Well, and every lap that goes by, the less and less trust you have in Brad Keselowski, right? Unless Brad is side by side, and he wants to win this race as well. So if Brad can put himself in a position where he can get Michael McDowell way out there and have that line stacked up behind him to somehow give himself an opening to get to the right rear and in front of that outside line, that's what he's looking for.
Michael's doing a great job of controlling and managing these runs in both lanes.
First season since 2010 without a win in first 9 races for Ford.
McDowell lined the gap.
Michael Fisher
6 to go.
he has done a great job so far of helping McDowell mind the gap.
Top is tighter. Connected top, disconnected 1 on the bottom. Don't let the 45 get clear here. Right, Brad, top is on. 45 is on. It's tighter. Connected top, disconnected 1 on the bottom. Don't let the 45 We're back there, connected top. Got a 3rd lane working road 7. 3rd lane working road 7 by the 9. I'll go see you on.
Trying to drag some numbers up on the outside, but it remains McDowell versus Reddick.
Yeah, but that's
Coming
when,
to 5 to
when
go.
those cars start popping out of line and shifting lanes like that up to the top side, that's when the momentum of these lanes start to change, because the more and more cars that
Against Shane Van Gisbergen.
top lane and have to fill those gaps, the more it kind of pulls the back forward, and then that's when those accordions start to happen in the middle of the pack, and it changes the speed of that line.
It creates that opportunity, and there it goes. Look at that run. SVG got off the bump for the 9 car. Here they come. Big runs, and they recorded on the bottom, getting into 3, which opened that opportunity up even more.
And that's what you want. If you're trying to create that third line up there, you hope that those guys have something happen on the bottom.
That's the New Zealand.
Yep, crowd's on their feet now.
On the outside. Coming to 4 to go. When Michael McDowell won the Daytona 500 in 2021, he was third at the white flag, but a bad bump from Brad Keselowski in second to leader Joey Logano started the big one, and McDowell emerged victorious. Not today. Today he's been out in front more than anybody. 36 laps led so far.
Even more, and that's what you want. If you're trying to create that third line up there, you hope that those guys have.
But you can see, Clint, it just gets dicier and dicier every lap that you go. You see the back of those cars starting to bounce. You see the middle of the
Here comes Shane Van Gisbergen.
I see SVG coming off the bumper of that 9 car again. Drove by a bunch of them as they stack up an accordion on the bottom, getting into 3. That's working for them. Even not on these cars up here, their lines just keep getting tighter and tighter. The gap in between those cars.
3 to go.
Well, that's what we expect. We expect the pack's just going to keep getting tighter and tighter until eventually it spits somebody out.
2 to go or 3 to go here. It's time for somebody to go for it. If you're riding back there, 8th, 9th, 10th place land, you got to make something happen.
Oh my God, dude. I want this.
Oh, here comes Kyle Busch to the top. Now Ty Gibbs to the top.
And that's going to really open things up to change at the front of the pack, and that's what this outside line wants. They want those lane changes to keep happening at the front of the pack. But the outside line kind of got broke up right there and had a little bit of trouble.
Well, Gibbs stacked him up, but he was the last car to go. Everybody had to lift, and that line deteriorated. Look, the rest is history.
2 to go or 3 to go here. It's time for somebody to go for it.
They all had the momentum. Gibbs kind of was sold out.
2 to go.
As they approached him, they lifted. Boy,
Who will jump out
crushed that line. Straight to the back. Gibbs and Busch.
Exactly what I was talking about.
France built this track. He knew that the seats of the trial would be hands in itself, just as they've been for the last decade at Daytona.
Almost a block into the wall.
Seats down toward turn 1. At Daytona, they're a tough sell. So France said, let's put the finish line down toward turn 1. That's what he did. The leader in the middle of a trial at Talladega has often not been the leader at the finish line.
They all had the momentum.
That's part of your strategy.
Come on, Reddick.
Oh, dude, this is going to be good.
Yep, final lap, white flag.
Well, you want to be the leader right now because as you head towards this white flag, you want to be the leader as long as possible.
Final lap, white flag. Come on, Reddick.
It is Reddick at the white flag with 1 lap to go. Sponsored by Greta Bay.
This is going to be good. Oh, goodness.
The leader in the middle of the trial board, Talladega, has often.
Go on, Truex. Push Truex. Oh, Keselowski's going to get a push to McDowell. Oh, that's big. Oh, that's huge. Oh, that's huge. Oh, man. Come on, can Michael McDowell do it? Here comes Brad at the top. McDowell blocks. Oh, McDowell goes around. And everyone piles up behind the Reddick. Oh my God. No way.
What?
Yes. Yeah, the Jordan car did it. Oh my gosh.
McDowell was trying to block. That run was coming.
Off turn 4 for the final time. Comes a run by Brad. There he goes to make his move. He's going to switch back over. Oh! The block.
Oh!
Michael McDowell drops the window now.
Oh my fucking God! Oh shit! Oh my God! Did we just have a 2-tire accident slash?
Take a while to get the
Oh my gosh,
Oh
dude.
my god. Right when they turned that corner, I saw 2 cars up in the I was like, oh shit.
Corning, California.
Oh my.
Yes.
Oh shit. Oh.
The Jordan car did it. Yeah.
We need a
Woohoo,
replay. We need a replay right now.
Yeah. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, thank goodness Tyler Reddick won.
Well, we knew it was going to come down to some of those crazy blocks at the end, and we talked about
Yes.
Oh my.
he needed to try to take advantage of the opportunity that he had. He put some massive blocks on there at the end. Let's take a look at it.
We need to. All right, they're showing us, right?
Yeah, this is going down the back straightaway. Brad just doing what he's done the whole time, and that's keeping Michael McDowell up in the front of the pack. And
I love what he did here. He pushed him away and created a gap. He drove that brake, got this momentum built by Gregson off his bumper, and away we go. Make the move to the outside.
Tyler Reddick wins. You could see first McDowell blocks, and then McDowell tries to block again, and just loose goes around. Look at Reddick. Yep.
Yeah, this is going down the back.
Oh, now I'm seeing the replay. They better not touch this off.
Oh, I can't tell who was that car on this side. I can't tell. I can't tell who was that.
Because they have such bad camera angles. High block.
That was insane.
Oh
my.
And look at Reddick. Maintain his foot on the floor and shoot through as mayhem develops behind. The first 4 cars get by unscathed. Reddick.
So happy, Tyler Reddick. So happy Reddick won in that Jordan car.
Oh, it wasn't even that bad.
Michael Jordan among those silver.
Michael Jordan's there too. Let's go.
Yeah.
All drivers have climbed from their car without assistance. After a pileup, the
Yeah.
That's a moment. Dad's over here celebrating. You're in the lap of Michael Jordan, man. You don't get any better than right there.
Always great to see Michael Jordan.
And he's climbing the fence.
Such an iconic figure. Yeah, and he is at the racetrack a lot. I don't think people realize how much Michael Jordan supports his team. But the sport is driving with
The finishes that he's had because he knows the opportunities he's had to win races. And you never know coming into this particular race how it's going to work out for you, but to be able to win the race today.
That's a moment.
Let's go, Ray.
It's a good day. They run well enough to win the races this year.
A young fan gets a great souvenir. It's checkered flag. It was the 6th career win for 2311 Racing.
Yes, sir.
And second at Talladega. Jamie.
Climbs down the fence, takes the helmet off. Get the first win for Toyota on a Superspeedway with this new car, next-gen car. It's been a long time. I know you were pumped up. What does this one mean to you, Tyler, winning at Talladega?
Man, it's incredible. Everyone on this 45, joined Brent, joined a Camry, worked really hard today, and it really worked out.
Oh my god, dude. The safer.
Was that crazy, guys? What was that crazy, fans? Huh? That was chaos. That's Talladega for you.
Take me through that last.
That was
last couple of
crazy.
moments. You're up there against the force. They get together, and then you're hammered down. Take me through it.
Why does that crash look gives me vibes from the 2016 Talladega Spring finish?
Oh no, it looks so similar.
Huge credit to Martin and Ty. Without those pushes, we don't win this race.
Congratulations, Michael Jordan's waiting.
Except this was the worst of this and of it. Alright, that was his late Talladega race.
Right, Keselowski comes home second here today at Talladega. Bring me through the final lap to move to get around McDowell.
That had to be one of the best Talladega races I've seen.
Some great pushes from Noah Gregson. Thought the Fords were really working well together, and we cleared the Toyotas there on the bottom lane. It was pretty clear it was going to come down to the three of us, and backed up. Noah gave me a great push, and I went to make a move on Michael, and he covered it, and I went back the other way. Get another push from Noah, and just nowhere to go.
Boy was slowly rode the safe and
I get that for him. He's a good guy. Hope he's all right.
Dawson Bell.
This stuff goes, right? But
I thought that was the
best for us, for Ford, for Castrol, and second, it's a solid day, but not the one we wanted, Josh.
And how important is this
Everyone
to be running well to get these second place and turn things around?
Yeah, I mean, good finishes are important, Josh, but we want wins, and it really tasted the day, but just didn't happen.
Thanks, Brad.
He gave me a great push, and I wanted to make a move on Michael, and he come back the other way. He had another push from there. Nowhere to go when Michael back down. I hate that for him. He's a good guy.
Let's have another look at what
Yeah,
happens here.
this should be a better camera angle.
Well, Brad described it pretty well.
McDowell goes up the top. McDowell goes down the block again. And then McDowell loses it, gets loose. And here comes Reddick. It's into the wall.
Watch the 7 here. Well, have to get to a different angle, but man, he was into the wall.
Yeah, dude, he rode the insane Fabellion.
LaJoy ends up. Was he the one that went up and over, I guess?
I don't know. I don't see a little replay. No,
Yeah, I can't see. Yeah.
Was Sully rode the safe Fabellion. Just barely got piled up in this wood.
Joey Logano kept driving it across the line. That's how he ended up unofficially 14th.
Well, I promise
Does Lost Belly.
keep your car straight.
All right, this should be a good angle. Ooh. Ross. Ooh, hard hit for Ross Chastain. Oh yeah, that was Corey LaJoy. Oh my gosh, dude! Completely upside down and underneath Josh Berry.
Hold on, I don't see that. All right, that wood timber was that.
That was wild. Holy cow! LaJoy was on his roof, and then barrel rolled back.
No way, he fucking barrel rolled.
Just by on he rolled just one time. I think half one.
Oh shit! Oh my god!
23-11 win. Let's go, boys.
Oh my god! Oh, holy shit!
Go Reddick.
I have not seen something like that. Oh my!
Michael Jordan victory lane. Let's go.
Over 23-11 racing.
Everyone left in 23-0 wins.
Yeah.
God, that was such a hard hit.
Watching NASCAR on Fox.
So, wow. This might be the top 5. This might be a top 5 Talladega race I've ever watched.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
This had to be the best speedway since, I don't know, 2019.
Yeah. So, anyways, wow. What a race. Tyler Reddick does it in the beautiful Jordan car. Wow. The finish was insane.
I give this race a 10 out of 10.
Wow. Just absolutely incredible finish. Let's go, Tyler Reddick. And, yeah. And a win for Michael Jordan. Well, basically a win for Denny Hamlin owner-wise.
Yeah.
He owns 23-11 racing along with him, so yeah. What a finish. What a finish, guys. Yeah, our next in live race reaction is Dover, and wow. So, yeah, guys, anyways, this is Preston, and
Ace Austin 49.
Signing off. Peace out.